You a Star Wars fan? Because you'll be amazed at number one, that a lot of women might be into the shit that you're into, but you're so worried about her judging you that you don't give it half a chance. But also some of the things that you're not into, you'll be amazed at how women would want to get into it because they want to get closer to you.
A lot of times they say shit like, "Oh, I'm free on weekends," or I'm usually free on Thursdays," or whatever the hell. So if it makes sense, then I schedule a date.
If she really liked you from the get-go, there would be no reward system you would have to look for to do anything for, right? Because it would automatically be there, And I like to do this in conversation sometimes. When you're speaking with somebody and you'll hear a girl say something like, "I'll never do this," or "I don't like this," or "I don't like that." And then you'll notice you'll say, "Nah, I kind of like it. I like it when blah, blah, blah." And she's like, well, yeah, when you say it like that, I like it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you switched up awfully fast for somebody that just really said they don't like something. And so, there's always been clues out there for fellas to understand, like, yo, if they really like you, they will change their whole political party.
They're not giving her real instruction. They're not letting her know what it really is. And most dudes don't do it. Most dudes don't say what it is because they're afraid to hear no, or they're afraid to bring up sex too early and all of this and all of that. But the bottom line is this. Either, again, and somebody said it, either she's feeling you or she's not. You understand? Either she's feeling you or she's not. We got to stop all this nonsense, man. Guys are too afraid to hear no, and it's like I'd rather hear no than to waste 2, 3, 4 dates and time spent, money spent, and all this other shit just to find out that you wasn't feeling me any damn way. You see what I'm saying? But so with me, first date is cool. If you don't want to do it on the first date, no problem. You could be on your period or whatever it is. There's a lot of things that could be off on the first date, right? It doesn't matter. But second date, you gotta know what it
is. For me, I like exclusive vagina to me. And that's because I don't want to catch nothing to have my later years messed up. And I like to stroke without no condom on. It feels great.
No.
So I like this.
So you like to be hugged by the sugar walls? You like to be hugged?
Yeah. I like that velvet, plush velvet. The smoothness. So,
but even then, Jay Roman, I hear you.
He don't get up for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So, and the reason is because he has to conserve his energy to do 3 full workouts a day up until his competition date. You understand? So when he's in season, he literally just works out as hard as he can. Then he sits on the couch and his wife brings him everything. The only thing she don't do is fucking piss for him, right? So what I'm saying is, it's one thing to have a wife that does it, because you said earlier, these were the words you used. You said a woman who says, "Oh, I rock with this dude, so I don't mind doing this." But see, it's a difference between a woman who doesn't mind and a woman who cheerfully wants to do it. Understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's right there, Jay Roman. And that's the problem. Your main chick should always be prioritized over all the new chicks. Right? The new chicks should not get preferential treatment. Right? So what would make it difficult for a lot of women is if you're giving girlfriend treatment to the new chick. Right? So this is why when you very first meet women, you have to establish boundaries and parameters where they got to earn everything. So that way, when the main chick is with you and she knows you're dealing with new women, she knows they have to go through the gauntlet too. They just don't get shit quicker. Like
Kerry K setting the blaze, sagging. Miles Cunham with the game so tight. J. Roman lit the torch, keeping it right. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law. Kerry K drops jewels, the crowd enthralled. Words cut deep, no need for brawls. Miles Cunningham, tactics sharp like a dagger. Navigates the game, makes the haters stagger. Journey to manhood, no easy feat. Lessons from the masters, words concrete. J. Roman with the keys, opens the door. Manhood's the path, gotta crave for more. Manhood's the challenge, skill set to master. In a world moving fast, gotta move faster. Trap beat, pounding 808, shake the floor. Guided by the host, wisdom like law.
Yeah.
We back at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? What's going on with y'all?
Chilling. What's up? What's up?
What up?
All right. That's what's up, man. Good to see you. Good to see everybody, man. Shout out to the chat. Let's get it, man.
So real quick before we get into this, right? Most men believe this aging myth and it's ruining their dating life. We do have a video. Guys, real quick before we get to the video. We know we tell you guys don't listen to shit women say. But sometimes we can use what they say to give you some lessons on how you need to move. Because here's the thing, real quick. Women, in many cases, already have a perception of most men in general, of how they view most men overall. Women, by and large, believe most men ain't shit. That's just what they believe, right? So because they already have that perception, and in many cases, any new interaction, they already have that perception, and how you act either confirms that perception or makes them say, not him though. Not him though. Right. Real quick, Duke of Lux with the 200 Norwegian Chrome, a cup of coffees, espressos. Right. Before we get into that, Miles, I believe you got something going on, bro. What's going on in your world over there in Cunningham Elements?
Oh, yeah. I got a shout out to everybody, man. Go to Cunningham Elements. And right now, hold on 1 second. Is it? Let me make sure. Okay. Yeah.
If
right
you got
now,
something you want me to show the people, bring it up.
Oh, no. Right now, it's just that we got the spring sale going on where you can save 20% on any order. You can save 20% on any order. And the code is spring 2026, spring 2026, all one word, spring 2026. So go to Cunningham Elements, make your order and type in spring 2026 for the discount code and you can save some bread, man. So make sure you go to Cunningham Elements, man. Appreciate y'all. And then, of course, make sure y'all check out Mr. Lucario later on live at 5. Make sure you check out Lucario later on live at 5. Check him out. And also go to shoplucario.com and make sure you get the programs over there. And yeah, man, let's get it. So yeah, spring 2026 is your code to save some bread at the Cunningham Elements website. And it's all products on the website. Of course, no shea butter right now because it's not the season.
What's going on, Jay Roman? What's going on with you, bro?
Well, it's the season for shea butter. It just, you can't. This is ashy season right here. But however, you should have ordered your shea butter
already
have it ready to go.
Facts.
Hey,
what you
Miles,
probably should have did. Go ahead,
Zach.
No, you got it.
No, I'm just like saying, I'm happy to be here. Let's get it going. You know me.
There you go.
Let's get it rocking and rolling.
Okay. Am I freezing?
Nah, you seem fine so far.
Yeah.
All right, because on my end, I'm just saying something. So I also want to make sure. Real quick, what you probably should have did with the shea butter, you should have ordered one for July. No, one for June, one for July, and one for August. Because the shit smells so good, it goes quick. Yo, I'm literally, because you're not order. I'm on my last little this much of the jar, and I'm like taking a little dab with the finger, like I don't want to run out of this shit. It's gonna be a minute.
I'm telling you.
I used to use it on my whole body, right? And when they get low, I'm like, I got to pick and choose which body part I use this shit on.
Hey, you become a tacticianer with that thing. You like,
yes.
Let me just get a little bit right here.
you rationing out the shea butter.
On the visible spots. I need to put it in the visible spots.
You get right there, and you get the face because you want the neck and the face to smell good always, because you never know, close encounters be happening. Right. So Miles, whenever you're ready to bring up the video, bro, we can get into it.
Okay, yeah, let's get it, man. Hold on 1 second. Let me just get to the get in the inbox joint.
And while Miles is doing that, let me just say this because it has to be said. Guys, this is not to shit on men or denigrate men. It's to make sure you men understand the difference between the internet and reality.
Facts.
Reality, because a lot of times people watch the internet, and because they don't actually have a life outside of the internet, what they see on the internet becomes their reality. So even when they're in. You said what?
I'm trying to zoom in. I'm looking at Miles, man. Are you're looking a real floral right there?
Oh yeah. This is my little Hawaiian shirt type joint.
Oh, okay, the Hawaiian style. All right,
got the little
bro. back. If y'all remember in a movie, Menace to Society, when it first started, and Kane was in class and he had on the shirt, the pastel shit. That shit was popular in the 90s, bro. I had nothing but them shirts, bro. Like the way Kane was, that's the way I used to dress in high school. Bro, in the shirt you got on, bro, Miles, I'm feeling it because I understand. I get it.
Sometimes you go on vacation before you go on vacation. You feel me?
I do like the black as the base color. You know, if it was a little bit lighter, I'd be like, hold on now, Miles.
Hold on now, Miles. Oh man. But yeah, we got the video up. Y'all ready? We get it.
Yep, let's get it.
All right, let's go.
Me being single at my age didn't come from bad decision making, stupid. It came from me never finding the man that I wanted to be with. I don't know in what delusional world y'all men live in where you think that it was all of these wonderful, great men running around when we was in our 20s and we just passed up on all of these great guys. The attractive men when we were in our 20s were doing what attractive men do, which is be players, talk to a whole bunch of different women, and never want to settle down. You do understand that, right? So given that the attractive men in their 20s didn't want to settle down, that left us with ugly dudes with kids, and dudes who didn't have their stuff together. It's the same thing now that I'm older. The options didn't go from good to bad. It went from bad to worse, right?
Can you pause it?
Now, instead of dudes.
Can you go back to the very beginning? There's something she said that I have to point out, if you don't mind, Miles.
It might be the same thing I was thinking of, too.
Me being single at my age didn't come from bad decision making, stupid.
Stop right there.
It came from me never.
Stop right there. Okay. This is what both men and women need to understand. We've all made bad decisions. All of us. Nobody is guilt-free from making bad choices. And a lot of us made bad choices because of our immaturity or our lack of experience, but also we made bad choices for superficial reasons, like most young people do. The issue is you still have old motherfuckers. Y'all about to retire. Niggas in their 40s and 50s still making the same bad choices they made when they was younger. That's it. Y'all got it. My bad.
Well, she contradicts herself from the very two sentences she says. She says, it wasn't her bad decisions. She just didn't choose the people, right to be with. That is your choice.
That's what I'm saying.
That is your bad decision.
Finding the man that I wanted to be with. I don't know in what delusional world y'all men live in where you think that it was all of these wonderful, great men running around when we was in our 20s and we just passed up on all of these great guys. The attractive men when we were in our 20s were doing what attractive men do, which is be players, talk to a whole bunch of different women, and never want to settle down. You do understand that, right? So given that the attractive men in their 20s didn't want to settle down, that left us with ugly dudes, dudes with kids, and dudes who didn't have themselves together. It's the same thing now that I'm older. The options didn't go from good to bad. It went from bad to worse.
Can you stop right there, Miles?
Now, instead of do,
if guys are really paying attention to what she is saying, this is what guys don't understand about when women do talk, they stay telling on themselves. Every time they talk, they tell on themselves. And the problem is guys aren't really paying attention to what she's saying. What she's really saying is women been settling their whole life. 20s, 30s, 40s. Many of them don't get to be in a relationship with the man that they really want, right? And if they do happen to get in a relationship with a man that they really want, one or two things usually happen. Either the guy turns out to be a cheater, like she's talking about, or he's just something's wrong with him, right? But usually women kind of know that, but they still choose him anyway, right? But also what happens with a lot of women is they don't know how to humble themselves for that so-called attractive man they want so bad. But also here's another reality that a lot of women aren't adhering to. That same attractive man that you want so bad, that's dealing with a bunch of different women, he's never gonna be monogamous. So guess what? You got to share that nigga. Go ahead, y'all got it.
who's just having kids, they got kids and grandchildren. And if you think some of them was unattractive back then, add on now the fact that some of them is out of shape, they ain't got no hairline, and they missing side teeth. They wasn't financially stable in their 20s, and a lot of them still ain't financially stable. Some of them still paying child support from the same babies that they was having when they was in their 20s. Y'all got to start being for real. These podcast lies that all of these men was going to get older and they was just going to become these rich men, that didn't happen for most of them. Sorry. A lot of the men in their 20s who was doing all that settling down and getting married were undesirable men. Men on the verge of losing their hairlines. Men who didn't have no bunch of options of women to choose from in the first place. That's the reason why it was so easy for them to settle down. And just like anything else, there's always going to be exceptions to.
Okay, so real quick, and this is a long 4-minute video, and I don't want to listen to her talk for 4 minutes straight. It'll drive me crazy. So so essentially, if we look at the title, most men believe this age and myth and it's ruined their dating life. So what you have is a bunch of guys who were not sexually desirable in their 20s. So all the sexy women they wanted to fuck in their 20s, they didn't really get a chance to do that. So now that they're in their 30s or 40s, they got a little bit of bread. Maybe they hopped in the gym and threw up a couple of barbells. Now they're like, now I want them bitches that are in their 20s, even though I'm older now. All them bitches I couldn't get back then, I want now. And here's the problem. The majority of those guys, you're still missing the most important component, well, two important components that you've always been missing. Sex appeal and game. And just because you got older, you got in the gym and you got a little bit of money, doesn't mean you got either now. But y'all got it.
And J. Roman?
I mean, it's hard for me to listen to what she's saying. It sounds like she's bitter about her
I concur.
Her whole life. You know, it sounds like she never changed her perspective. She's still after the money, still after this certain style and look, and it's just kind of hard to really pull from this.
Well, you know what it is, Jay,
for the fellas, and only thing I can say is, don't change you. She needed to change her perspective, because you can't generalize and say everybody, right? Right. So, for her to sit and say, well, the guys that were attractive, no, the guys that were attractive to you were about nothing. Right. Not everybody, because somebody in your demographic, age graphic found a dude and they're still together and they're still, are rocking and rolling. Or, maybe one person lucked out and found two guys. But because of what you were looking for and what you prioritized wasn't something that brought you the type of guy that you want now.
Well,
And now you say, well, these men are older now, like they were. Yeah, they are. Yeah, there's some players that were young players, and now they old players. There's some, so it's not that she's saying something that is untrue. It's her story though, and
I agree.
you know,
This is what I will say, because at some point, see, here's the thing, right? And I say this about anybody, whether you're a man or a woman. If you have a podcast or you're doing any videos on the internet and you're complaining, that means you're not happy, period. And so, and to your point, I guarantee you she has some good dudes. But for whatever reason, that shit passed her by. And now that she's older, she's looking at her life, she's looking at all the years, and she's feeling that cold chill of loneliness. Right? And women can say what they want, right? Because women will say, oh, I'm single by choice. Yeah, you might be single by choice in the year 2025, but when the year 2026 roll around, you're like, damn, how come all these guys just want to fuck me and nobody wants to kick it with me on the street? So, and again, and I say that to say this, women may pick and choose to be single for a moment or for a season, but any woman who says, I want to be single forever, I never want a man, they're lying.
I think there's always pluses and minuses for any decision or anything that you do, right? So any style of life that you live, there are going to be some positives and there are going to be some minuses. And so this is the effect of the style that you live. You were out there running around free, having a good time and enjoying your life. You were being a player, because a lot of women that say the dudes are players was actually being players back then too.
Right.
They had their rosters and their guys and all that stuff too. It's so funny when me and the crew, when we were younger, right? We rode deep. We had our pretty Rickies, is what we called them. The pretty Rickies, the guys that everybody. Oh my God, oh he's so nice. The girls would be like, oh my, and then we had the whole crew. And we would, we did very well. But there was one guy in the crew that was a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's like, which one of you are the, is a good guy? We all would point to him. He's the good guy. Right there. And legitimately so. He was.
I hope it was romantic, probably.
Yeah, no, he just was a good guy. Me, hey, I might have 2-3 girlfriends. I'm not the good guy. This is a good guy back then. Like, he was a good
but why we got to be a bad guy if you got 2 or 3 girlfriends? Why
back then, I was lying. I was lying.
Okay, I got you.
I was not a good guy. I pretended to be, but I wasn't. This was a good guy. But we would tell him, hey, this is the guy you want right here. Now, he wasn't bad looking. He was just a little quieter, just wasn't a little flamboyant like some of the other ones was. Yeah. And they would not go for the good guy, even when we telling them, hey, this is a good guy. Now, he's not a bad looking dude. So I don't want anybody to be like, oh, he must not look. Nah, he's 6'4", good.
Wait. Hey. He was 6'4" and they still was passing up on him?
Yeah. He was, hey, this dude is 6'4". He cooks. I'm telling you, this was a good guy.
Oh, shit.
But they would pass him up for the flamboyant and other things. Now there's some that'd be like, oh yeah, that's it. I'm not saying he did bad and he was dying for chicks or nothing like that, but we would always direct them to him. Like, if you're looking for somebody good, this is your guy right here.
Right.
But you know what y'all did to him though? Like, I think subconsciously, when the women was like, who's the good guy? They were like, who's the guy with the less sex appeal in the group? Yeah, I pointed to him. Like, subconsciously. Like,
all I know is he became a beast for a minute, and then he had to go back to himself, because that was his makeup. His makeup is just a little different, you know. But at the same time, it just shows you that what she is actually complaining about is the road that she took and the consequences and what it took out of her to choose the road that she took in relationships and stuff. Because you can't tell me, she said if they weren't a player, they were ugly.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of guys that weren't players and they weren't ugly. That just wasn't their style.
Well, see, I don't think she's talking about aesthetics. I think
right.
she's talking about like guys who are actually sexually attractive, like guys that women wanted to have sex with, right? And part of that is how they look, but a big part of that and what guys don't understand is your behaviors. Because here's the thing, and I want guys to understand something about what Jay Roman was talking about when the girls asked who's a good guy, and they pointed to him. Women are conditioned to go for those guys. But why didn't they go for him when they had an opportunity? You had multiple guys co-signing he's the good dude. See, this is what guys got to understand when it comes to social conditioning. Just because women are conditioned to look for a certain kind of man, oh girl, when it comes to your virginity, it's got to be a certain kind of guy. Yeah, women are conditioned to believe that, but usually this is what typically happens to most women. Once they start having sex and dealing with men on that level, they start to view shit much, much differently. Yeah. And now their bodies and how they respond to men is much, much different than what they were conditioned to believe, because they're having sex, they're getting to know themselves better sexually.
Yeah.
That changes everything for women. And this is something that guys don't adhere to. Y'all got it.
And I think, like, just think about this. You go with the good guy. That good guy is trying to set up a relationship. That good guy is trying to set up longevity. That good guy is trying to set up, this relationship going on, because he's more of a one-on-one, not 1-on-3, 1-on-4.
Monogamous.
A lot of times, the ladies weren't ready to settle down either.
Yeah,
they just wanted you to settle down.
Facts. Yeah.
Right. So stuff that they wanted, they knew they might have wanted it, but not right then.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember the phrase, the whole phase. Oh, I'm just going through the, my whole phase right now, which I never believed in that. I just thought that's the way everybody was living. So, but they weren't really ready to settle down all the times that they say they were looking for that good guy, and they know it, which goes back to your point, Zach, where at some point she probably had a good dude, but it didn't work out because of the way she was moving. Maybe she seen somebody that she thought was a little more finer, a little more richer, a little more whatever, and decided to make that move. And I don't blame her for it. It's just, let's take responsibility from the way we were living, though.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. It's hard to take responsibility because of I guess in some instances they call it the impetuousness of youth, right? So impetuousness is like audacity, right? Where it's like, because when we were young, we all felt like we were invincible. We had all the energy in the world. We didn't need to eat our vegetables. We didn't need to get enough sleep. We didn't need to drink a lot of water. We had all the fucking energy in the world, right? And you got to understand that with these females, once they feel the pleasurable pain of sex, they start to ask themselves, how much more pain can I tolerate, and how much more pleasurable could it be, depending on what type of nigga I let up inside me. And so when they feel the soft, nurturing touch of the good guy, they're like, well, that's nice, but I want to see how that nigga over there chilling on the corner that looked like he would rip my head off if I said something wrong to him. I want to see if I could get him to like me. I want to see how he would fuck me. That's what a lot of these chicks are saying. And look, at the end of the day, you can't even blame them. You can't even blame, because I want y'all to understand something. The construct of marriage and settling down and all that other shit. It's a construct. It's a construct to civilize and to mitigate a lot of different things in society. The true nature of humanity is for us to be attracted to and fuck all different types of motherfuckers, men and women. That's
on a regular basis.
Because all nature really cares about is procreation. It doesn't care about organization. It just cares about the fact that we're going to fuck and bring new offspring to carry on humanity. That's it. It's society and governments and all that shit that decided to, okay, let's get married. Let's have one partner. Let's start a family, blah, blah, blah. So we got to understand the truth of nature and the truth of everything that goes behind it. Now, what's going on with this chick is that based on nature, she doesn't have the goods to hold a man's attention anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You understand because again, based on nature, every man is searching for the younger, more fertile, and tighter bodies. That's what the man is looking for. You understand? So when you hear these chicks talking shit, all that's really happening. I mean, and I guess the other guys call it hitting the wall and all that shit. But all that's really happening is that these women are realizing, oh shit, my attractiveness only goes but for so long. You understand? And then they start to feel a certain way. And then a lot of what happens is a lot of people try to shame them and say, oh, well, you should have settled down when you was at the height of your attractiveness. And in a lot of ways, she's articulating it incorrectly, but in a lot of ways, she's not that wrong. She just don't know how to really express it. But wasn't, like you said, I think you mentioned it earlier, Kay, wasn't nobody settling down at that time. No. None of us. All of us wanted, all of the niggas with hard dick wanted to explore as many different caves as we could.
Yes.
And all the bitches with tight caves wanted more and more niggas to knock the walls back in the cave and they could see how that pleasure feels. That's literally what it is. And if somebody happened to get pregnant, then so be it. But I'm telling you, that is the basis of nature. All that other shit is just societal expectation.
Bro, I had a chick one time that was cheating with me. And I asked her, I said, how's your man's relationship? Y'all good? She was like, yeah. And I was like, what brought you here? What brought you to this hotel room this evening? She said, this is what she said.
Yeah.
I want variety. I want a different dick.
Facts.
I mean, it was a rhetorical question. I already knew the answer. And this is what guys don't want to adhere to. Now, does it mean that there aren't women who can't be faithful? Of course. But what I'm telling you, though, is for you to meet a woman and assume that she's the one to be faithful is a mistake. Yeah, I got it.
You know, and I've been in that situation. And here's the thing. Here's the thing is that a lot of women have again, we know that a lot of women out there, or most women out there, it's hard for them to have just one nigga.
Yes.
And I don't mean that they're necessarily fucking a bunch of niggas. But
it's not even about sex, Miles. It's not even about sex most of the time.
That's where the work husband came from.
Because, bro, I've been in situations where I've had like on and off fuck buddy situations, and the main reason why I was on and off is because there's certain times of the year where she had to make sure she kept everything straight for the main nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Because the main nigga is providing, the main nigga is helping her raise her daughter, the main nigga is paying bills. I'm just a nigga that comes through and drops off dick.
Like Uber Eats.
I had one that wouldn't let me hit in a certain position.
You see what I'm saying?
Because it was meant for her man, right?
Yeah.
See, you see?
And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then one time, she was like, hey, we can't do it that long next time, because he felt the difference. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, he felt the difference. And I was like, oh, well, you gave it to him a little too quick then.
Yeah.
You got to give it time for the canal.
You got to give it time for the snapback. Give it time for the snapback, bitch. What are you doing? Why you?
But it wasn't the first time I've heard somebody, no, it wasn't the first time I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I'm not saying from me. I'm just saying, like, I heard, a dude complain once. It was like, hey man, I went there. It just felt different. Like I knew something was different because it just felt different. And he was like, man, I curved to the right. I felt like I was getting forced to the left. He was like, it's something ain't cool, and it was like, oh, okay, well, So some of you ladies think you getting away with something you don't know. Your body been telling on you for a long time.
Roman, I just want to say you're giving guys nightmares. Like, this is what nightmares right here. I'm gonna tell you why. Most of men's insecurities revolve around sex, directly or indirectly. Here's the thing: when a guy, enters into his woman's vagina and he realizes it's been tampered with, that it's a shock to her ego to know that it's a little roomier than the last time he left it.
Right.
You know, the couch been moved. There's a new painting on the wall. And
that's my goal.
So and ladies, y'all should know better than that. Y'all know y'all got to give at least like 36 hours. You know what I'm saying? Tell the nigga he got to wait because you know, the other dude then opened you up a little bit. Like,
yeah.
And let me just say this.
Take a vinegar bath. No, it's on you. I was just saying, hey, take a vinegar bath. Do something. Swell that up. Do something.
All right, real quick. Dave with the 5. He says the simple case of societal constructs being at odds with nature. Nature is undefeated. So again, I'm glad y'all said that. I'm glad that he said that, and I'm glad that both of you gentlemen said what you were saying. Here's the thing: nature doesn't care about feelings, right? So what society has done is push this thing called love, and they try to make this thing love so important that love can somehow supersede and defeat nature. Love can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Love cannot do that, right? And what guys have to understand, even when women are faithful, right? And again, I do believe there are some women that can be faithful. I don't believe it's that many of them, right? But I do believe that they can be, right? And here's another reality for y'all. I firmly believe that a woman can be faithful in one relationship and cheat in another.
Of course.
Period. Because, and I say that because I've cheated in one relationship and was faithful and didn't cheat at all in another, right? So I know for a fact that if I can literally cheat in one or two relationships and literally be faithful in another and not cheat at all, I know women are capable of doing the same thing. So this, once a cheater, always a cheater, I believe it only has validity to it in the same relationship. Like if you cheat, and a significant other find out about it, I believe once a cheater in that particular relationship, but it doesn't mean you're going to cheat in the next relationship. It don't mean that.
Right.
Yeah, I got it. If you want to continue the video, man. Okay, man.
Real quick, I just want to talk about the fact of this is why I talk about masculine identity. And a lot of guys, I keep trying to beat it home. And a lot of guys are really not picking up what I'm putting down a lot of the times. But a masculine identity, a part of it is how you show up for any particular woman. And sometimes you'll find that there are men out there who try to be everything to a woman. And that's a huge mistake, because when you try to be everything to a woman, you do that because you are trying to mitigate her possible desires for other men. Right. So you figure, well, I want to be her everything, so she don't have to go to no other niggas. She don't need a work husband. She don't need a male best friend. She doesn't need an emotional tampon. She doesn't need a big brother. You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of men out there, they try to be everything to a woman. And here's the thing. If you're trying to be everything, chances are you're going to be neglecting your true and authentic masculine identity. And so when you realize that the only thing you can be is who you are, then you're gonna have to deal with that. And this is why you got to be who you are to attract compatibility. Because if you're exactly who you are and then you meet a woman, you're not really compatible, but you serve one of the purposes, then understand that more than likely you're gonna get cheated on. And I'm not even talking about sexually, but you're gonna get cheated on emotionally and otherwise. You understand? And even if your masculine identity is perfectly compatible with that woman, there's still gonna be other niggas in her, in her wheelhouse trying to get in and orbit in and shit. And she might entertain a few for different particular reasons. You understand? So you gotta be so fucking confident and so steadfast in your own identity. So because a lot of these niggas, when it comes to the body count questions and, let me ask you about your past. And if you anybody ever ran a train on you and all this other shit. It's like, bro, like if you got any time to worry about that, then you already lost. You already lost. That's why you just got to be who you are and stay steadfast in your masculine identity and keep a mover from there. If a bitch gonna stay, she gonna stay. If she gonna leave, she gonna leave. You understand? If she gonna stay for 5 years and then get that 5-year itch and then her pussy start itching and she about to go, then it is what it is too. None of us can do anything to fucking stop this. And the more you try to do anything to stop this, is the more you're going to lose and the more you're going to look like a bitch. So, you know, again, I just wanted to reiterate that about the masculine identity, because we can't control anybody at all.
And
I'm glad you said that. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I would just add that that's consistently all the way through your life.
Yeah.
Right. It's not just a young thing or, you know, a 20 thing, a 30 thing, because if you just take what she's saying right now, she's complaining right now about getting older and having to deal with the same type of dudes she's dealt with her whole life. So
which means she hasn't changed herself.
Yes, which means she hasn't changed any herself. So you already know if this is a woman you get with the same thing that she's acted in her 20s, she's just acting now in her 40s. Or in her 50s. So the possibility to get nest in your 50s and 40s and all that stuff is still there. You still have to set up your identity and have that be a solid thing all the way through your life. You can't let it down when you're in your 50s and be like, okay, everything's going to be good now.
Right.
It doesn't work like that.
Go ahead, Kate.
Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, let me say this. So real quick. So Justin says, it's like you say in business, when you aim to serve everyone, you end up serving no one. Look, even if you look at like Rodeo Drive in Hollywood, they cater to a very specific clientele. Very specific, which is why there's no prices on their shit when you go into the stores. Right? Because the only people they cater to is people that can afford it. They don't give a fuck about the common man or the common woman. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. Right? Just like Ferrari. You cannot just go buy a brand new Ferrari. No, you can't. Not only that, but you have to sign a contract where you can't do any alterations to it without their approval, and you can't sell it to just anybody. Right? And if you do, and Ferrari find out about it, you can never buy another one. Right? That's how peculiar they are about their fucking brand. Right? And men are not peculiar enough. This is why I don't like compromising. If you think about compromising, and this is what society and women want you to do, when you compromise, you get some of what you want, not all of what you want. To your point, Miles, about your masculine identity, when you compromise with women, you're literally saying, I'm going to settle for 50% of what my masculine identity demands instead of the 100% that I fucking deserve.
Right.
That's the problem. I'm not compromising for shit. This is why, guys, when you meet women, you don't make adjustments in your life for them to fit. It's like buying a car with no warranty. Bitch, this is as is.
Right.
You either coming into the situation like this and dealing with me on my terms, or you can fucking bounce. It's not negotiable. And it's not about you being mean. It's about, I work my life to get to a certain point in life, to enjoy my life a certain way. And any woman coming into my life wanting me to make accommodations and adjustments, you're literally telling me all that shit you work for, put that shit to the side for me. Ain't no fucking way. Y'all got it.
All right, let's get back to the video real quick.
The rule, and I'm sure some women got lucky and they were able to find desirable men to settle down with in their 20s, but the exceptions don't make the rule. And I argue how many of those women and men are still married to this day. How many of those marriages actually lasted? Shout out to the ones that did. I know how y'all like to rewrite history and pretend as if it was all of these wonderful, great men for us to choose from in our 20s, and we just wanted to be outside and we wanted to party with our girls and we didn't want to settle down. That's not what was happening. The options weren't there back then. And you're still in the same position. The dudes who older, who are still desirable, they still don't want to settle down. Nothing changes.
Right.
Nothing changes.
Right.
It just gets worse.
See, I want to say this real quick. And it goes back to what I was saying about, the truth about the nature of the truth about nature and how nature doesn't give a fuck about all this stuff. I've reached a point, like personally, where I'm done judging people. Right. Where the only time I have any judgment or any opinion is when somebody comes to me for advice. OK, and because it's what I do and because we're on these platforms, we'll give the advice as it comes in. As the questions are asked, I'll answer the question. But when I say I don't judge people, if you doing what you're doing, man, understand that life is going to be what it is. And like you said earlier in the show, Jay, everything comes with pros and cons. Everything comes with a good and bad side. So if you a 17-year-old nigga and you out here fucking raw and you getting bitches pregnant, if you come to me and say, Miles, why is my life so fucked up and chaotic? Well, I'm going to tell you, you're making reckless decisions with your raw seed, homie. Right? But before you come to ask me the question, nigga, do you? You know what I'm saying? Do you? Because that's a life that you chosen to live. A nigga like me, though, I've never been reckless with my seed. I don't have any kids. I don't plan to have any kids. And I ain't never had no vasectomy or nothing like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm just a little bit more selective with my shit and I know I don't want no kids. So I make my decisions. And here's the reason why. Here's one of the main reasons why I don't judge. It's because I don't want any of you motherfuckers to judge me neither. Because I'm sure there's niggas out there talking about, damn, that's crazy. Miles is 44. He ain't got no kids. Something wrong with that nigga. Hey, whatever. The bottom line is, everybody's here to do what they do. The beautiful part, or I think the part that everybody needs to come to terms with, is we need to accept our masculine identity. We need to accept the consequences of our actions. And we need to realize, okay, this is the life I chose. Either I'm going to be cool with it and make my next move my best move, or I'm going to regret it, have issues, and then have to come to guys like me to ask questions. You see what I'm saying? But in general, man, I'm done judging motherfuckers. If a bitch got 1,000 body count, I'm happy for you, bitch. If you got 16 kids and you worried about why your life is so fucking chaotic and you still fucking bitches raw, hey man, have your fun, fuck raw pussy, get bitches pregnant, do your thing. Because shit, we need procreation at the same time. So it's like, look, I'm done judging motherfuckers. But if you come to me and ask questions, why, then I'm gonna have to explain the truth to you.
You know, let me say this, and shout out to BD. He said he's 51-year-old with no kids. Yo, I know a lot of niggas in they mid, late 40s, 50s that never wanted kids. They're like, man, I got nieces and nephews. I'm better than good. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why, they always wanted to be on the go. Like, I can move around when I want. I ain't got to wait on nobody. I ain't got to wait on nothing. I ain't got to change. And some niggas, like, I ain't changing no diaper, nigga, ever in life. You know what I'm saying? So there's some dudes that just feel that way. Like me, yeah. I changed so many diapers, nigga. I need a deal. Hey, Huggy need to give me a deal. You know what I'm saying? But look. But real quick, and my thing is this, and to what y'all said about pros and cons. If you enter into a monogamy or a monogamous relationship, there are pros and cons. If you get into an open relationship, there are pros and cons. If you're single, there are pros and cons. If you're in a long-term relationship, open or not, there are pros and anything you do in life, there's always pros and cons to it. You just have to look at the cons and know whether or not you can live with them shits.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because you already know what the good shit is. What's the bad shit that can happen if I make this decision? Right? And you have to live with that. And here's the thing about being a guy that dates non-monogamous, right? You're gonna have women that otherwise, or women that you could fuck with, but there's an expiration date coming up because they want monogamy and you don't. And they're going to bounce. And you know they're going to bounce. And that's one of the cons.
You got to deal with that.
Yeah, you got to deal with that shit.
Yeah. See, and the reason why I even said what I said about judging is that a lot of the rhetoric that you hear on these like videos like this or TikToks, the main thing is this. A lot of women, they hate to be judged. So they feel like they got to explain themselves. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I brought up the whole thing about judging. And because I'm like, if she understood what I understood, she wouldn't be making this video. Because if you fucked around with a bunch of, you know, attractive, desirable niggas in your 20s and 30s, and now in your 40s you can't find nobody, that's just the result of the choices that you made in life, and you got to deal with it. That's it. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just that's the result of the choices. But go ahead, Jay.
No, I was saying, yeah, you know, I don't knock her for the way she wanted to live. You just got to live with the consequences, you know, like we're all talking about. Once you know the consequences, what happens is a lot of times with people who kind of grow and they have to be over defensive of how they're living. Yeah. Because they start listening to so many people talk about how they're living. Exactly. And so now you got to really, really explain your decision on why you didn't want to have kids and why, you know, and then you got people, hey, you never want it? You never have it? Da, 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 da. No, I didn't want it, man, because and it's like, You don't have to over explain the decisions you made. You just have to understand it and know yourself and know why you made those decisions.
Exactly.
You know, me, I'm a legacy guy. I want to continue this name. A long time ago, I met a guy and he was the 5th. And I thought, man, that's cool. That's cool. Because, you know, in his line, there was a strong essence of men in the line. You don't get to be the 5th name of your great grandfather without having the men in the line saying, this is what I'm going to name my son. And we're going to continue this on. And the lady saying, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Like, no, I know this is what we're going to do. So that hit me one time. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I hope I am the type of father where my son will want to continue this name and go from there, you know? And so when I met that dude, he's actually the second person I met that was a 5th, you know, in modern times right now. And I thought, man, that's cool. So I believe in that legacy, but it comes at a cost. There's pros, there's cons.
Yep.
I'm like Zach. I didn't change a lot of more diapers than I want to change.
You got to raise.
You know,
it comes with a financial obligation, because now when you want to go on vacation with your lady, you got to pay for them little motherfuckers too. And I'm like, damn. So that shit add the fuck up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It add up. And don't get me wrong, I've been on I don't know, probably 7-8 cruises with my ex-wife and our kids and shit like that. They was born traveling. They was in the womb traveling, right? So they, you know, my younger children, all they know is going on vacation, you know, a couple times a year and shit, right? But that's something that I wanted to do, and that's something that even though their mother and I aren't together no more, she gonna continue to do that, okay? And I'm gonna do it when I do it, right? But my point is, there's a financial obligation whether you want it or not, because even if you don't do it on your own, you know, the government they're gonna come get that money. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come get it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take your freedom and your license away if you don't handle your business. So either way, having children, whether you want children or not, like you said, Miles, if you ain't protecting your seed and you just running up in these women willy-nilly, raw, right? You're gonna fuck around and get a woman who's gonna carry that baby to term, nigga, and she got you for the next 18 years.
You know, while you was talking, Kay, something came to my mind, you know, and it's along the lines of what we all three of us are talking about, and in reference to why not just what this lady's saying in the video, but why she's saying it. See, the thing is that we all have decisions to make, and we all make decisions on a daily basis. I think the most important part is understanding why you make those decisions, and I think that's a huge gap between men and women, right? Because in a lot of ways, a man will make a decision because of his masculine identity, and even if he doesn't understand the concept of masculine identity, a lot of men naturally understand the concept of a logical mind, right? So we'll make decisions based on logic and what makes sense to us logically, not even emotionally, but logically. So we make these decisions, and more often than not, even though we might not fully accept or be happy about our decisions, at the very least, because of the logical mind, we'll understand it. You get what I'm saying? Now, with women, it's a whole nother situation, because they're dealing with their emotions, they're dealing with their need for survival, and they're also dealing with the influence of other people based on validation because of their natural insecurity. So a lot of times when these women make these decisions, it's sad, but they don't understand it. And they might understand it in the moment that they made the decision, but because they made the decision based on emotion, 1 month later, 2 years later, they're looking back at their decisions like, what the fuck did I do? Like for example, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, but I'm sure a couple of y'all, you know, you guys should have seen at least 1 or 2 Kevin Samuels clips where he asked the woman, so this same nigga that you said wasn't shit, this same nigga that you said was in and out of jail and beating your ass, you still decided to have a baby for him. Why did you do that? And then the only explanation that they could give is, oh, well, I was young and dumb and I didn't really understand it. So what am I explaining? I'm explaining that this is another example of a difference between men and women. Women will make a decision And it just is just emotion. It's just feeling. And so when they look back at their decisions, it's like, God, what the fuck was I doing? Like, why was I fucking the drug dealers? Why was I fucking the scammers and the thugs? Why? Because logically, it don't make no fucking sense. At least as a man, you can look back and be like, well, I fucked that chick raw because I wanted to feel I wanted to feel it. And maybe that was a mistake, but I'm a man and that's a decision that I made and that's what it is.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't see a bunch of niggas getting on TikTok talking about, hey man, I made a decision back in the day and I don't blah, 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 blah. But you see all these fucking women on TikTok like they talking to their fucking therapist, but they therapist a fucking cell phone camera. Hey, well, y'all trying to act like there was so many. She talking about they was trying to act like there was so many choices of good men. Well, it wasn't no good men back then, and it wasn't no good men today. So what the fuck you want from me? It's not my fault. You see what I'm saying?
To your point, and you alluded to this earlier, women want a man to be everything. They're everything. And it's impossible. Okay, it's impossible. So real quick, and this is why I talk about sexual attraction being illogical. If you think about it, is it logical to have a one-night stand, a weekend fling, have sex with someone you literally just met? There's nothing logical about that. But people do it. Why? Because sexual attraction is illogical. And this is why as a man, you have to know what you're doing too, right? So there has to be some practical thoughts to you making this a logical choice. This is why you can't have sex with women who disrespect you. Because guys, you're already doing something illogical to begin with. So you have to stop to think, because we know there are pros and cons associated with everything. There are pros and cons associated with casual sex too. Yep. So because of that fact, even though you're going to engage in sex, which is illogical, at least be logical about how you do it. So that way you can limit your exposure to fuck shit, which is why we tell you guys, don't be spending the night with bitches. Don't be having unprotected sex. Don't have sex with women who don't respect you. Don't beg for pussy. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to talk women into it, right? We're telling you to be logical about your approach to it, even though you're going to engage in an act that's illogical, right? And this is what you have to understand about women and men, but specifically about women. Women's motivations to do shit typically comes from their feelings, right? It comes from their feelings and their emotions, them wanting to feel something, period. So they're motivated to do shit. Well, let me say this, though. I left something out. A lot of women's motivations are based on their insecurities in their feelings. Their insecurities in their feelings.
You say it. I was going.
What do I mean by insecurities, right? There are women who will literally have sex because of their insecurities. They will have sex because of their insecurities, right? Yeah, so if women are motivated to make decisions, primarily, I'm not saying that women can't be practical. In many cases they can, but oftentimes they're not. So if women are mainly motivated to make decisions based on their insecurities and their emotions, as a man, this is why masculine leadership is so important. You have to protect women from themselves, because in your interaction with them, if both of you are mutually attracted to each other, you know you're going to be practical, but she's not. Somebody has to be logical so the interaction can actually go forward. Y'all got it.
Facts. Y'all want to get back to playing it, or are we good, or what?
No, I would say this too, with just kind of off of both of you guys, is that masculine identity is going to be there no matter if a woman's there or not. Right. Because that masculine identity is really for you. And I had to explain this to somebody. They will always talk about program, and I'm talking to them, and I know they listen to somebody like, oh yeah, she's not on my program. And I had to tell them, like, you do know your program is for you.
Yeah.
The women in my life would never be on my program. They'll be in my world, because this is the world I set up for me. And if they can't live in that world, then they can't live in that world. But my program is for me, just like that masculine identity is going to be for me. So that way I don't start sounding illogical. and sounding emotional because I have to stay intact. And that's the thing that we see nowadays is that a lot of guys who don't have that masculine identity start to sound emotional and illogical with their decisions.
Like a woman.
Just like blaming different things. And it cracks me up when she was like, good men, weren't them when they were younger. And we all know younger men are more easily to manipulate to do what you want them to do. So for you to tell me that there was no good men then, it just lets me know that your priorities wasn't there then. You weren't prioritizing trying to settle down and do all this stuff. And she has to be honest with herself, and just like a lot of people, not just her, not just females, stop lying to yourself. A lot of individuals need to stop lying to themselves.
Facts.
Something that I thought we were going to get to with the age here is that as we get older, we have to accept the fact that we're getting older. Now, it doesn't change. To me, it doesn't change my freshness, but it just changes the fact that I don't mind getting older because that's what I'm supposed to do. We have this essence of, we got to do something to look younger and be younger. To me, it's to be in shape. If you want to be in shape, then be in shape. But, it's to the point now. She makes the comment about the dudes and what they look like. They're bald, getting chubby and all this other stuff. Even a woman put on makeup wigs and all sorts of stuff, BBLs and tummy tucks and all this other thing. But now guys are doing it too. Did you see the boxer with the wig was flipping in the hair?
Shit fell off when he got hit in the fight. Yeah, it fell off. I was like, goddamn.
Like, hey, now, do we look younger when we got hair? Yeah, we do. Yeah, you look younger. But if you start having a parking lot in the back of your head, it might be time to cut it pretty soon. Some dudes don't have to worry about that. Right. I know a 60-year-old dude, he got a full set of hair, and maybe that's a wig.
I might have to do a live stream without a hat on to show you I still got a hairline and shit. I might have to do a little live stream without a hat on one day and shit.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's further back than it used to be, but I still got a hairline. It's still a crisp look. You can still say he got a lot of forehead, but I can see the hairline, though. I can still see it. Yeah, go ahead.
I just get to wondering what are guys really, what's their priority when they start to put so much time into still looking as young as they can look. What is your priority? What is your identity? Is it made up off of how young you can look? You no longer have verbiage. You no longer have game for yourself. You're trying to preserve this young look just to make it happen. And I think that's when that starts happening, it makes me think you're trying to preserve that young attitude, and we haven't learned through any of the experiences that we have.
Right.
Oh, hold on. He said, Cap. No, there's videos of me without a hat on. You know what I'm saying? There's videos out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You just got to go find them. They're out there. Like with a hair curly with the Murray's grease, super curly and shit. Yeah, go check them out. You know what I'm saying? The hairline's a little back.
I used to have waves that were dipping, man. My waves was dipping. And then the waves found the coast. And
they started hitting rocks, nigga.
Yeah, it started hitting some islands. It is what it is.
But before we get back to her video, I do want to say this real quick when we get back to the title. Most men believe this aging myth and it's ruining their dating life. Now, here's the reality, right? Can you get yourself financially together and then women start dealing with you? Yeah, because they're getting older and they want a family environment, or they want to quote unquote settle down, and you look like you got a nice place for them to settle down at when it comes to money. See, this is what guys think. They think sex appeal is about finances. That's what they think sex appeal is. Now, will a woman have sex with you to get access to your finances? Yes. But that's not the same thing as women. I need guys to understand the difference between women having sex with you because you have resources versus sex appeal. When you actually have sex appeal, women are down to have sex with you with no strings attached. Meaning you ain't got to buy them nothing. You ain't got to pay for shit.
Right.
A lot of these guys that believe women age like milk and that men age like fine wine, they can't really get casual sex like that unless they're paying women directly for it, right? Unless it's an escort or something like that, right? So Okay, now you're older, you got your shit together. Yeah, you just made yourself a better boyfriend prospect. You didn't make yourself a sexually appealing prospect. All right, that's not what you did, right? And even if you get in the gym and all of that, right? If women actually like the way you look and you look younger than you actually are, you look good for your age, will you get noticed? Yeah. But guys, if you spent your 30s and part of your 40s doing all of that, and you didn't work on your mentality and you didn't work on your emotions, when women deal with you, you're still that same nigga you was in your 20s. You just a little buffier, balls, and you got more shit. But y'all got it.
All right, let's get to the video. Get back to the. All right, here we go.
Thanks, Zach. Thanks. I would tell you that's what I was trying to say, and you just said it better. I appreciate that, man.
That's the part you're missing. So there's nothing that I can warn
the
other girls about except letting them know that if you think it's bad now, it's gonna get worse. Argue.
Who's coming to my party? Yes, y'all.
Okay, man, we can get up out of this if you want.
It's done, right? It's good. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The same lady?
No, this is Tasha.
I don't know, but she came there kind of loud.
No,
she came there.
This video is from her channel.
Was she gonna speak on that video? Or was she just...
I think she's promoting something.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm good though. I'm
she seems to be promoting some event she got coming up or something like that.
I don't know who she is.
Yeah, so. I think that was the end of the video. I believe that was the end of the video because usually, like you said, like even when you watch the video, you can see there's mad promotion all over the imagery of it, right?
So just for y'all to know, Tasha K is like the internet version of Wendy Williams. She's the one that Cardi B sued the other day for defamation. I don't know if anybody was paying attention to that.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah, she's been around for a good minute.
What did she say about?
I think she was talking about her cheating on. Remember when her and Offset was first getting rocky? She exposed that she was cheating on Offset, and so I think that's what it was. And then Cardi B sued her for like 2.1 million. She's actually still paying it back right now.
Oh yeah, she won. She won.
Cardi B won.
She won.
Cardi B won the case. Yep.
Yeah, she won the case.
Oh, so Cardi B did not cheat. Is what she's saying.
I don't. You know what?
It's not about her not cheating. She didn't have proof until she said that shit.
Right, something like that. I don't know if it was necessarily the cheating, but it had everything to do with defamation and all that type of shit. So,
they say because she said Cardi B had an STD.
Oh yeah, that right, exactly. See, yeah.
You can't say shit like that.
So yeah.
Okay. I just because my thing is if it's true, it's true.
Oh, now if it was proven to be true, then it's true. But apparently it wasn't, which is why she got sued. Let me say this real quick, guys. We've been here for over an hour. We ain't get no calls.
Yeah, phone lines are open. Phone lines are open, guys.
Okay. 1-844-672-7300. Not only we ain't get no calls, I don't see no questions. Guys, what's up with y'all?
There was a few questions. There was one about a guy.
Was there a queue in the chat? Oh, I see one right there.
Yeah, he was one about going out.
All right. So he says, I am 55 years old and I feel there are not many places or settings for me to look for women. What would be some examples of where to look? Guys, real quick, and I want y'all to understand. There are women everywhere. You have to. I just told a story the other night where me and my daughter was going to the grocery store and there was a chick walking by and we both turned around, started looking at each other. And I said, yeah, I'm looking, right? So it don't matter where you're at. Now, I do understand this. The likelihood of you seeing women you are attracted to in abundance at a grocery store versus at a club or bar, I understand that it's going to dip. But yet you can't tell me when you guys run your errands and you move around the city that you live in and do whatever you do, that you don't see women you find attractive. And my thing is, if you do, get at them right now. Right? Y'all got it.
Yeah. Women are everywhere. I think it has to do with I think men take too seriously that it's like a lot of dudes are very idealistic and a lot of dudes are like they're looking for their wife every time they see a woman. And it's like, oh, if she don't fit, all this extra criteria or whatever the fuck, they don't want to talk to her, you know? So I don't know. I think guys need to not lower your standards, but understand that talking is just talking. You understand? And the more that you reduce your criteria is the more talking experiences that you can provide. Now, so again, we're talking about approaching, hollering, and talking for the sake of increasing our social skills, not necessarily to date or to get the girl. But the problem is like a lot of you dudes don't have enough experience to even know the difference. You understand? You know, if you're an older gentleman, you know, you've been a player, you've been in and out the game, whatever, and you got a certain lifestyle about you and you already know what it is. That's fine. But so many of you dudes that are asking questions like this, you hardly even kissed a girl. A lot of y'all are virgins. A lot of y'all only had like 1 or 2 sex partners in your whole life. So there's so much that you haven't experienced. So the point I'm trying to make is nobody's telling you to go and talk or pursue women that you're not attracted to. But at the same time, you got to loosen up the criteria so you could at least get more reps in.
Yeah, I would say too is that you're not going many places then.
Yeah.
Like what do you like to do? Where do you like to go? And then go from there. Whenever I have ever seen any place where somebody is having fun, I've always seen women there. There's not. I don't care if it's in the middle of a park or in the middle of a library. There's going to be somebody there. So, and then at that point, yeah, you like Miles is saying, you have to talk to people. You can't be prejudiced on who you're talking to. And I mean by as far as if you are attracted to her or not, because you're not talking to her to get her number or to make things happen. You're talking to her to be more social and to get comfortable with just talking to people. Yeah. You know, going out, talking to guys, talking to girls. Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm doing cool. Now you ain't got to be obnoxious with it. Everybody walking down the street. Hello. Not like that. But you know, when it's appropriate, and being at 55, I think, you know, there's some times where you can talk to people and then go from there. You'll be surprised of how things turn out.
Let me say this, and I keep saying this. I've met women literally pumping gas. Literally, I'm pumping gas, the chick in the next joint pumping her gas. I'm like, what's up? And we get to talking, exchange contact information. I've met women, now, not lately, definitely when I was younger, I've met chicks in traffic, like driving, like literally driving. And I'm honking, pull over. And a chick literally pulls the fuck over. I get out the whip, approach her car, we're talking, exchange numbers, right? Now, I'm not saying for you guys to pull chicks over. Don't do that shit. But I'm just telling you that I've done, when I was in my 20s, right? I did that, right? But I met women everywhere. You know what I'm saying? If I see a woman, I've met women, literally, I'm walking downtown, San Antonio, walking on a Saturday afternoon, I'm walking past a bus stop, meeting bitches. Hey, what's up? Guys, you can meet women everywhere. This is what guys really want. They want a perfect scenario.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They want it to be perfect, where they feel like rejection is less likely. That's what they really want it to be. And when you have game, any and every scenario you meet women in is perfect for you. Because it's you. So it don't matter where. But yeah, I got it.
And, you know, and to add to what you're saying, Kay, about like these dudes are looking, it's crazy because a lot of these dudes are worse than women when it comes to, they want that fucking rom-com scenario, you know, where it's like she's the most beautiful woman he's ever met in the world, and you know, I'm over here and I'm you know, doing this, and then when I look this way, we both look at the same time, and then we make eye contact, and then suddenly we're just drawn to each other, and then we start walking to each other in slow motion, and then all of a sudden the cello starts playing, and then at the same time the wind picks up, and a few cherry blossom petals are flying through the air as we walk towards each other. And what the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? She's a girl. Yeah, maybe she's not a fucking Instagram 10, but she's a fucking girl. She's cute. She's decent. Go talk to her, dumb motherfucker. Get your reps up, because you don't even know how to talk to women. You don't even know. Like you like, the reason why you're even second guessing, questioning, and wondering all this shit is because you're too busy stuck in your fucking head. You asking me all these questions because you're stuck in your brain. Where do you really want to fuck bitches? You want to fuck bitches in your head, or you want to fuck bitches in real life? Which
That's
one
what
do
I'm
you
saying.
Stupid motherfuckers, bro. Well, you guys say we should approach this women, and it's hard to find so many fucking women is because you're more picky than these bitches out here, bro.
Women are everywhere. Everywhere. Women are everywhere.
You brought the old school, pulling them over in the car.
Pull them up, bro. I did that shit a bunch of times. Bro.
Hey, man, so many times. Hey, right there.
Honking your, and you be like, this is what you do.
Yeah,
You honk your horn, and you do this. And then they roll their window down, and they nod yes. You're like, pull that motherfucker over there.
Over there. See, yeah, that's when you hopped out first, let them see you. Like, look at me. You know, they would stay in the car. You roll up to the car. You got to try that next. You know, hey, get out the car. Let me see.
Yeah, because you want to see the body now. Because all you see is the head. You see the face.
The head. Like. It is deceptive. There be so many times.
Very deceptive.
Like, oh. So like, get out the car, man. Them days were. I see with technology and tinted windows, it kind of took those days away.
Yeah. And plus, I'm too old to be honking at bitches, nigga.
And I'm not getting out. I got stuff to do.
Now, what I will do, like if I'm in bumper to bumper traffic on a busy road and I'm next, I will roll my window down and talk to a chick. Hey, what's up? But like as far as like going 50 miles an hour, pulling bitches, I'm done doing that shit. But
well, I don't even see a lot of guys doing that period anymore. Because back then you would see somebody do it and you know what was happening.
Yeah, you'll see what was happening.
You'll see them pull off in the car. Like, oh, okay, you got her in traffic. You know what I'm saying? So we used to get them in traffic. And so I think it was just the way of how we did it back then. Like,
it was a lifestyle.
Yeah, it was a
lifestyle to deal with women.
It wasn't considered aggressive.
Or Dreamcast. It was a lifestyle.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what a lot of guys don't get, bro. Like, guys, you know how it was when as soon as you left your house, any chick
can get it.
Is young bitches with their kids. You complimenting, you flashing smiles, you saying hello. Hey, what's up? Hey, I like that dress. You looking good. You have a nice day now. All right now. I see you, mama. Okay, mama, take it easy now. You have a good day. You get like this is what we used to do. And then when we met up with the fellas, oh shit, it's on.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
It was an unspoken rule. It was an unspoken rule of who could come back with the most numbers. Niggas didn't even have to say nothing. Sometimes a bad bitch will be walking down the street and you have to push your nigga out the way to go get at the bitch before
exactly. I got it.
You little young niggas, I'm sorry for y'all. All of y'all grew up on screens, and all y'all know is to be stuck in the fucking basement playing video games. Niggas like us, we was out in the jungle.
Hunting.
Swinging from tree to tree. Jumping from tree to tree, hollering at different motherfuckers all day, every day. This is what we did. You little niggas talking about, what do I do if anybody's looking at me while I talk or approach? I have approach anxiety. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Go outside and holler at some bitches. You shut up, man, for real.
And you talk about getting you talk about getting rejected by yourself. Get rejected in front of your boys.
Nigga, we got rejected. No, we got group rejected. I got it real quick. We got group rejected. It was me, one of my brothers, and like 2 or 3 other partners. We had went to Tony Rama's, I believe. That was the name of the steakhouse back in the day. We had went to Tony Rama's. And I told this story a couple of times. We was downtown. It was at night. And it was a group of us. We ran into a group of chicks. And those chicks at some point were like, y'all got any more friends? They rejected all of us. They rejected the whole group. Right? So, and let me say this. It was me and a couple of homies, one of my best friend at the time, his older brother, and one of their friends. We all lived together. 4 of us were living together. Right? This is back when they had landlines, caller ID, and all that shit. Right? If you gave a chick your number and you called that landline and one of them hyenas answered, it was like, where you meet Carrie at? Oh, so y'all just met? Oh, so you don't really like him like that yet, right? Y'all ain't fucked or nothing? Oh, really? Right. So what's up? Niggas was hijacking phone calls.
Yeah.
And you didn't. I didn't get mad. It's just one of those. All right, nigga, I got you next. Let a bitch call up for you, nigga. Right?
Yeah.
And we didn't get mad. It was literally like an understanding. She ain't your girl, dog. She called. You know what's up, bro?
You know what's-
we literally cheated. We treated chicks like little baby zebras, and we was lying like, nigga, we hunting. Right? I need you guys to understand. Y'all got it.
But it taught a lot of different lessons that we take for granted now.
Yeah.
Right. So there's times I was talking to a chick, or one of my friends was talking to the chick, and she looks at the next homie, and you realize, like,
yep, she want that.
Oh,
nigga.
okay. Now you turn it. Hey, you digging my homie? Yeah, I'm trying to, but hey, yeah, whatever. Next, hey, bro, come here. Right. So we had game that was for everybody. Like, we didn't hate on each other. We didn't.
We literally helped the homie get in there. Hey, come here, bro. Come here real quick. We helped the homie get in there.
We also was able to take rejection. We also did like you said, everybody got rejected. We laugh about it. If you got rejected individually in front of everybody, you ain't gonna hear. You gonna hear about that.
Yeah, we do make fun of you too. We do that.
It taught you how to not waste time in approach, right? Because you couldn't just see a girl with your homies and be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get at that a little bit later."
Right.
You turn around, your homie is at it.
Right.
He is at it, and she's smiling. You like, man, that was my smile, man. I knew she was friendly. It just kept up where you had a lot of confidence to do what you did, no matter how it turned out. Right. And that's the thing. Like, we took the good and the bad with it at the same time.
Right.
I ain't gonna say every girl ever hollered at was just like, oh yeah, you cool, you the one. Nah, not everyone. And on top of that, you talk about hyenas, man. We had a pack of wolves. Like, there was one time one of my group was talking to two chicks. There was two guys. The third one rolled up and said, "Hey, cut all this, choose." She was like, "What?" He's like, "Hey, we all fresh, choose."
Right.
Hey, let's not, so.
and rejection wasn't even a bad thing back then.
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. But we would just clown on some, But real quick, the clowning, it literally
hung up, because they might hang up if I don't say nothing. 491, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
All right, hold on one second. Go ahead, Kay.
Real quick, the clowning, it wasn't like we're just making fun of niggas because we all got rejected. It really toughened your skin. That's what it really did. It made you less sensitive to shit. But y'all got
you didn't care no more. I don't care.
Right. 491, you are on live with the Manhood is a skill set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hello, Miles, Kezag, J. Roman. This is Ahmed. I'm calling from Germany. I'm 31.
Also, where did you send your support for the show?
I sent it to Kezag on the paper.
Oh, okay. All right. Kezag, you got it?
I'm checking right now. Yeah, we good.
All right, great. All right, go ahead, caller.
Yo, actually, I wanted to ask about a video Kezak did the other day, and it really resonated with me. He was talking about how the reason why you can't be sexual with women is that they believe that you're not desirable, and that really resonated with me. I was like, oh, this is actually true, because most of the time I'd be like, even when I got out and started approaching women, I realized that some of the times I didn't even give my number to the women because I didn't believe they'd call me back. Like, and I didn't even realize that until I went out and started approaching. So my question is, how do you become more desirable or believe you're desirable with that? Like,
okay, first of all, okay. So let me explain something to you. This is what guys don't realize. Every guy is desirable to some woman somewhere. Every guy is. Unless you're really, really fucked up and all your teeth missing and your nose is gone. Real quick, there's a video, and I talked about this. There's a video of a guy who's a paraplegic. He's fucking paralyzed from the neck down. He met his wife while he was getting therapy. You know what I'm saying? White dude. His wife is black. Very, very sexy woman. Sexy woman. She's not ugly. She's a sexy ass looking chick. This dude didn't have no money.
So she met this dude. She was basically his therapist, helping this dude, you know what I'm saying, get therapy. She fell in love with this nigga. They got married and have a family. So she literally devoting her life to caring for this man. And she met him like that. Now, I understand that that's the exception. But my point is this. Every man is desirable to a woman somewhere. You're just going to have guys who are desirable by more women than other guys are. That's just it. And a lot of guys, they don't want to adhere to that fact. Yes, you're not going to get the same girls that guy got, right? And this is what happened. This is the internet. Social media has done a number on guys because now what guys do, instead of going outside and getting at women and seeing what reality is really like, they live their life online and they compare themselves to what's that nigga name with the Bugatti? What's his name again?
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate, right? King 683. All them, they compare themselves to those guys, and they say because I don't look like that, or because I don't have money like him, I can't get women. And my thing is, yeah, you can. You just can't get the bitches they get, right? And it's okay. And it's okay. And here's the funny thing about it: the same woman who will fuck with a rich guy will fuck with a broke guy. It's the same woman. See, guys think that women who fuck with guys who have money, that they only fuck with guys who have money. Now, there are some women who do. Let me be clear. There are women, but it's a small percentage of women who have access to men of means all the time. Most women don't have consistent access to men of means, no matter how pretty they are, because men of means don't like their asses. I need guys to understand that social media isn't reality. Y'all got it.
Facts. Yeah. Any other questions, caller, or anything else you want to say?
Yeah. A quick question: when you approach a woman and she's like, her body language is not receptive, but she's still talking to you. Do you end it now and then, or do you keep talking?
Okay. Now, Pete, what you said. You said her body language isn't receptive, but she's still talking. Here is the question. When it comes to her body language being receptive, what should it be receptive to? Should it be receptive to you being indirect, or should it be receptive to you being direct about what you really want? So what is she not receptive to?
Like I usually,
you see my point?
When I first approach, I go for the. You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You go for what?
Yeah. When I approach, I usually go for the handshake. So some women may not do the handshake, but they still tell me their name.
Okay. Real quick. In context, real quick. Here's context. Here's some context. Right. So two things can be true at the same time. A woman's unwillingness to shake your hand could be she don't want to be touched by you. If a woman doesn't want to be touched by you, there ain't no way she gonna fuck you. The flip side of the coin is she could be a germaphobe. She could be, right? She could be, right? But what I will say is, because there's been times where I met somebody and they gave the fist bump, whether it be a chick, whether it be a man. So if she don't want to even do that, then chances are she don't want to be touched by you, and she really isn't interested in conversating with you. She's just being courteous for the moment, right? But you have to, this is why you have to approach women on a regular basis so you can discern this. So you can look at the context of what's happening and you can say, she's not interested, or I'm just in my feelings about her reaction to me. Yeah, I got it.
Caller.
Yeah.
I think the issue that you're having in this situation, or in the scenario that you're talking about, is you're making the approach about the woman, right? Because you keep saying, oh, well, what if I approach a woman and she behaves like this, or if she acts like that, or if she does this, or if she does that? The true question is, how do you want her to respond? What constitutes a healthy, or what requirements do you have for the interaction? You don't have any requirements.
I want someone to shake my hand, to be honest.
No. You don't have any requirements yet, because you need to learn how to, like, for example, you just said you want somebody to shake your hand, right?
For a start, yeah.
For a start. Okay, fine. So let's just say you go up to the girl. She's one of the most beautiful women you ever seen in your life. You go to shake her hand and then she pulls her hand back from you. What do you do next?
I wish you a nice day, and I keep moving.
You sure?
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you calling us for?
You got a good point. Yeah, I shouldn't be asking about that. Okay.
See, you said that answer because you know that's the answer I was going to give you. Go ahead, Jay.
I think, like, look, tell me why. Tell me why she must shake your hand.
I was confused because some women may actually like converse, but they're still not shake the hand. You know, so
but what I'm trying to say to you, caller, this is why you have to. Excuse me, Jay, for a second. This is why you have to have standards, my brother. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't care what the fuck she is doing. If my requirement for me to talk to a woman is for her to shake my hand, if she does not shake my hand, then based on my standard, what do I have to do, caller?
Leave her alone.
Exactly. So what the fuck are we questioning anything else for if we totally accept our own standard?
100%, man. 100%.
Y'all niggas, y'all get yourself.
Why do you want her to? I just want to know, why do you want her? Why does she have to shake your hand?
Oh, she doesn't have to shake my hand. She doesn't have to if she doesn't want to.
So this is what happens. So this is why this is probably why he's asking. I've said in some videos, and I've said even in consultations, and I want guys to understand what I'm about to say. This is not a tactic or a technique. This is just something I've noticed. So I shared it with you. But when you use it as a tactic or a technique, you're fucking yourself up, right? So what I've told them is there has been times where I would shake a woman's hand when I first meet her, and I wouldn't let her hand go, right? When you shake a man's hand, normally the time that it takes to execute a handshake, you're done with it, and you let the nigga hand go. If I'm talking to a woman, I'm not letting her hand go, right? I'm holding it. Now, if she takes her hand out of my hand, fine, right? But I'm holding her hand while I'm talking to her. So I think he's trying to do that. Let me shake her hand to see if she's going to allow me to hold her hand. So I guess in his mind, if she don't even shake my hand, I can't even get to that point. Y'all got it.
Well, see, that's the issue because that's your standard, K, not his.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Jay.
No, I just wanted to know, why was he so concrete on the shaking of the hand? Because what if you talk to her? Are you there, caller?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if she doesn't shake your hand? You guys have a great conversation and she gives you a hug before she leaves. Are you not going to talk to her anymore because she didn't shake your hand now?
No, I usually ended up fast when I see that she's not willing to shake my hand. I ended up in the first 10 seconds, 5 seconds.
You end up, say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
I end the whole interaction in the first 5 seconds if she doesn't. We're in a polite way. I wish her a nice day and I'll leave her alone.
All right. So,
but
what was your purpose in talking to her?
I was not 100% in it. I just I was skeptical, but then I was like, okay, Miles really put me back on plan. Like, I need a.
Yeah, I need a little more information though. So, what was your purpose? Okay, so the handshake. If she doesn't shake your hand, what does that mean to you?
It means she's not interested for me to touch her on a subconscious level, maybe.
Okay. So if I went around and I just shook all these different ladies' hands because I put my hand out there and she took my hand, and then you start to talk to her, are you doing it like that, or are you talking to her and then extending your hand?
Usually I start with the handshake.
So what's your purpose of talking to the woman?
It's the very first thing that I do.
What's your purpose of talking to her?
The purpose to talk to her to see if she's interested in converting, or so I can offer her what I need to say, or tell her what I need to do.
Okay, so
I have a quick question for him.
Yeah.
When you extend your hand to shake a woman's hand, what was the reaction that you got exactly? How did she respond to you extending your hand? What did she say and or do?
So at the same time, when I go for the handshake, I usually introduce myself and I ask her for her name. She told me her name, and then I realized she didn't go for the handshake, so I wished her a nice day and I kept moving. Other times I can see that the body language and the conversation are not aligned, are not receptive, both of them. So it's easy to tell. But
I'm only asking you questions because I don't mind you having this standard for yourself. But if you say if the purpose is to talk to the woman to have this conversation for further to judge this other stuff, then why are you throwing the handshake in as the decider?
I don't know. I found out that it's easier for me to judge whether this person is interested in keeping this going or not.
Caller, what was your standard before you spoke to Zag?
What do you mean before I spoke to Zag?
Before you started watching our content, what was your standard?
Yeah. Before I watch your content, I never approach women.
Oh, okay. All right. So basically, you're still cultivating your standards as you go along.
Exactly. Yeah, you can say that, because when I first started approaching, I didn't actually have a plan on how to approach. I think I approached the first 50 women like that, and then I realized, it's actually easier when you start to introduce yourself, and it's easier when you have a specific thing to start up with.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start to try other stuff, like start new stuff. And then I realized, I didn't give my number to some of these women, although they were interested, because I did not.
No, they weren't interested, because if they were really interested, they'll be like, you're not going to take my number? You're not going to call me? If they were interested. If y'all walked away and nobody exchanged numbers, there's no real interest there. It's not to say that, they didn't think he was cute or something, but there's no real interest, because a woman who's interested in you ain't going to let you just walk away like that. Y'all got it.
Well, he didn't give it because he was afraid that he would have to own up to the next steps. Right? Because you got to have a plan.
Yeah, that's part of it too. Yeah, that's part of it too. 100%.
See, y'all here's the thing, okay? And guys have a habit of doing things in segments. And when I say when you do things in segments, you skip steps. Meaning, when you talk about the actual act of having sex with a woman you just met, there's a lot of things that need to happen before that step. And a lot of you guys, you're not prepared for that step. So what you do is, you be like, let me just go meet a woman and exchange contact information. But you're not prepared for what comes after that. You're not prepared, and you don't have a plan. And I say this about women all the time. Sex is deliberate for women. They plan to get dick. Right? So if a woman is planning to get dick, she can only plan to get dick with a man that got a plan. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all got it.
Yeah.
Now, this is my last thing on this, and I'll say this. I'm sorry there, Mouse.
No,
let me just get it. It's just that I hear that you learned the handshake thing and you use it to judge, but just for me, she don't know you at all, right? You're coming up to her. She doesn't know you. She don't know if you're gonna snatch her hand. She don't know anything about you besides the fact that you said hello. My name is such and such, and you extended your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, if you don't take my hand, I'm like, oh, okay. Now I might continue this conversation, but at the end of it, if I extend my hand and say nice to meet you or something like that, and she don't take my hand, now I'm like, okay, because I've already expressed and said some words, and my words should move you and influence you to at least shake my hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. See, look, caller. What you just experienced was Jay Roman as a man logically breaking down the situation and creating a standard based on what he understands about himself. That's what you need to do. You understand? Because all you did was take what Kazak told you as an example, and you tried to make that your standard, not really knowing why the fuck that is your standard. The reason, and not knowing why it's your standard, it leaves a lot of holes in your character, and that's why you're not getting what you want from women, because you don't know yourself.
And let me add this, because this is very, very, and I'm glad you brought up the handshake thing. There have been plenty of scenarios where I ain't shake a chick's hand. A lot of times, depending on how you're meeting the chick, it's not even conducive. Like if a chick is at a bar and I run up right next to her, you know what I'm saying, and I don't even really notice her yet, and I'm ordering some cranberry juice, and she happened to look this way, and I look this way, I'm like, oh, what's up? Right? I'm not shaking her hand at that moment, right? Because it's not conducive. It's not like we're walking up to each other or we're being introduced. So you have to look at the context of why you would even shake a woman's hand to begin with. Right. So just understand that. And again, I'm gonna go back to what I said. That was never a tactic. Right. When I would shake a woman's hand, it was just to shake a woman's hand because that's what I do, right? With anybody, man or woman. And I just happened to notice that if I'm talking to a woman and her hands were soft, I'd be like, damn, girl, you got some soft ass hands. And I wouldn't let it go. And she would let me hold it throughout the whole conversation. So when I share that with you, and then what happened, more often than not, those same women that will allow their hand to rest in my hand usually were women I would end up having sex with, right? So what I was letting you know was, hey, hold a woman's hand and guarantee she might have sex with you if she lets you hold it. No, that wasn't what I was trying to tell you. What I was trying to relay to you is it's more likely that a woman who doesn't mind being touched by you is attracted to you versus a woman who doesn't like being touched by you. That's it. Yeah, I got it.
All right, so caller, we're gonna let you go because we can't give you any more game. All right, take it easy.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, man, get some coaching. All right, Kazak, get some more coaching. Yeah. All right. I think 353. Go ahead and call back, and then also 224. Go ahead and call back.
And that's why, God, this is why coaching is important. But this is what I noticed during coaching calls. I noticed that some guys, they don't watch all of the videos. They pick and choose what they watch.
Exactly.
So when they get coaching and they ask me questions, I'm like, I just dropped a video yesterday talking about this shit. And this is when I realized they didn't watch the video.
Right. All right, we got 224. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. Name 8 City. How can we help you?
Yeah, Manuel Jax 25, I guess, actually, since yesterday.
Okay.
And then I sent the money to the Miles in the Game 2 Cash App.
All right, appreciate it, man. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So my question is, what should I do if a girl that I hooked up with, like, let's say, like 5 months ago, but I kind of messed it up on my end, she reaches back out to me?
Okay, real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and entertain this nonsense. But so what did you do to mess it up?
So basically, she like sent the nude, and I tried to do some Steve shit, and just blew up in my face.
No. I want to know what you did. What caller? It's important for you to be as detailed as possible. So, because it's not just for you. I understand that we're helping you, but because this is a live call-in show, there's a lot of young men that can use this information. So you have to break it down so they don't make the same mistake you made.
Okay, so she sent me a nude, and basically I tried to because she was out of town, and basically the context was like, hey, when you get back in town, let me know. So she sent me that, and then I basically said the things that I was going to do to her when she get back into town, and then, she left me on red.
Wait. Let's back up. So is this a woman that you had sex with before?
Yes.
Then why would she have a problem with you saying what you're going to do to her sexually after she sent you a nude? Carla, something's not making sense.
No, wait a second. Nobody said she had a problem with it. She just left him on red.
Oh, she left you on red.
How long you been on red?
Well, until she called me. Well, she did it twice. She called me once in January, and then she just called me yesterday. But she didn't send anything by text. Oh, and she called me in the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m.
Okay. So just so I understand, because everybody understood it, but me. I guess my age is showing. You know what I'm saying? I need to go take my Metamucil and shit. So real quick. So she sent you a nude, and then you said some shit you was gonna do to her sexually, and she didn't respond to what she said. I mean, she didn't respond to what you said.
Yeah. Correct.
Now, but did you tell her a specific day you were gonna do all this nasty shit to her?
Well, no, because she wasn't in town at the time. So,
that's my point. Okay, caller, listen to me. That's my point. Because she was not in town, when you text her, did you say, "Hey, girl, stop playing with me. When you get back in town, you know what it is. On this day at this time, bring that ass here"? Did you do that?
No, because I didn't know when she would be back in town.
So that, but caller, this is what I'm trying to explain, or this is what I'm trying to understand with the whole situation. This is not a chick that you have some type of agreement with and you see on a regular basis. Apparently, she's in and out of town, and you see her once every couple of months. So why are you saying that you messed up? I don't understand why you would say that you messed up.
Well, that wasn't established. I've only had sex with her once. It was like
so. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. That's what
I'm trying. Hold on, Miles. I gotta stop you. 5 months.
Go ahead.
Oh, 5 months. You knew her for 5 months and you had sex with her once?
That's what I'm trying to get to. He don't see her often.
So that's what I'm saying. I had sex with her the first night we met. And then after that, she was out of town. She left me. She sent the whole nude thing, left me on red. And now she's reaching back out to me like,
okay, fine. Caller. Fine. What is the issue, bro?
Well, I mean, because technically she did leave me on red, and that's
caller. I need you to stop saying nonsense words and just tell me what the fuck is the problem.
That she left me on red when I said that shit.
So what did you expect her to do?
Respond? Like send a message back?
And say what?
Like, I get back in town, I can't wait for you to do that to me. Something like
that's your job. That's your job. Caller. Okay, real quick. This is what you have to and guys, I keep telling you guys this. You're gonna meet women who are down to have sex with you, but they're not gonna be blowing up your phone to get more dick. You're gonna have to be the one reaching out to them. Hey girl, when you're ready. Why? One, you're the man, you're supposed to initiate it. Two, there's gonna be women that are down to have sex with you, but they don't want to have sex with you bad enough to call you all the time. See, your ego is in the way.
Shout out to Steve the Dean in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Game King, Steve the Dean. And check us out tomorrow on Real Game No Theory, 12 noon Eastern time.
All right. So caller. You said you known her for 5 months. You smashed one time, and her job or whatever she do takes her in and out of town, right?
Well, I don't know if she go in and out of town, but I just know she was out of town when I reached out that one.
So my thing is, she moves like she moves like she has a boyfriend or a man or something like that, right? Or maybe she didn't mean to send you the nude. Maybe she meant to send somebody else.
And that's why she didn't reply, because she's like, "Oops, my bad.
Oops, this is the wrong person I'm sent the nude to." Like you don't know because you don't know her.
That's some good insight right there. I ain't catch that, Jay Roman. That's true though.
But
it just right. But none of that matters though. Like
that's what I'm saying, Jay. That's what I'm trying to say. None of that matters. This is not your girl, bro. Caller, why the fuck do you care if she got back to you or not?
Well, because isn't that like a sign of disinterest and like disrespect?
She already fucked you. What do you? Okay, caller, real quick. Okay, how is it disrespectful? Okay, so does she owe it to you to respond to your text message because y'all had casual sex once? Does she owe it to you?
Rom-com,
yes. Like, don't send me a nude then, you know?
What? Okay. Hey, caller, hold on, man. Hold on. Are you really mad that you received?
You can't make this shit up.
from her, and then you proceeded to say some freaky stuff, and she didn't respond, is she the only person you're having sex with?
Probably.
No.
Okay, so
are you sure?
Why does it like let's put it in perspective. I understand this because Miles is right with the rom-com thing. Like I don't like you want to stroke your ego and say some smooth shit. Yeah, come my way, woody woo, right?
Yeah.
You didn't get the response that you wanted to get. You wanted to get some like, ooh, daddy, god damn, yeah, I can't wait to get back there to tell you, and that you didn't get that. That's because she's probably was laying next to another man or something, whatever. I don't know. Maybe she's went to visit her family. I don't know. But I don't care no matter what the scenario is, because this is not a true invested interest of mine.
At all.
You met her one night, you had a one-night stand, you exchanged numbers, so it possibly can happen again. She sent you the nude. You're like, okay, maybe it can happen again. I'm left on red. But then she contacted you a different day. My question is, how many times have you contacted her?
Never. Not since that one time.
Not since what one time? The on red one time?
Yeah, the on red one time.
Okay. So then she pops up and calls you 3 a.m. Was the next time you said?
Yeah. So
what happened during that phone call?
Like 2 months ago, and then she called me last night.
No. Back up. No. Stop, caller. When she called you at 3 o'clock in the morning, what happened?
I didn't answer.
Cause you were in your feelings, nigga? Come on, bro. Are you serious? Are you serious?
No, just because I was asleep, but I didn't call her back or anything either.
Okay. I don't mind that. It's 3 a.m.
Yeah. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping on that either.
I don't jump for you. So I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just with Miles, and I don't see the issue.
I don't see the issue at all.
Oh, and she called you again. What happened with that call? Caller, stop. She called you again. What happened?
I didn't answer it either.
What time did she call you at?
She called me at 3:42 a.m.
In the morning again?
Yeah.
Okay. So I gotta ask you this question now. Are you not responding or getting back at her because you feel some kind of way because she ignored your text?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what's the
hold on, Lucario, I'm gonna steal your shit. I'm gonna turn my back on this motherfucker real
quick. Yo, caller, again, what is the issue? I'm not understanding what the issue is.
Well, I mean, because she left me on red, so like I wasn't sure. Should I be responding or should I not be responding and let it go?
Bro, caller, this is what I would have did. Right? Number one, if she would have called me at 3 o'clock in the morning, I wouldn't have answered. But the next day or the very next time I saw that text, I would have hit her up and I would have told her 2 things. One, hit me up at that late is dick hours. You know what I'm saying? That's dicking time. Right? And number 2, we're not there. You and we don't have that kind of relationship where you can hit me up that out. So you can't do that again. Right? So I'm gonna tell her she can't do that again. Then I'm gonna follow that up. I do have some availability tomorrow night at 9 o'clock if you want this dick, though.
Oh, but here's what I'm saying. You know that she's in and out of town. The only thing I have to say to that woman is, are you gonna be available for this dick anytime soon? Or are you gonna be in town anytime soon? I'm not all of that shit, all of the caller. Don't you claim you got other people that you fucking with, but you sound like this bitch is on your fucking mind. That's what it really sound like, you lying motherfucker. That's what it sound like.
No, I said I've had sex with other people. I'm currently roster 0.
But that's what you see. All right.
Oh, you're getting your bed is getting cold. You're getting a little sexually frustrated.
How many times she hit you up 3 a.m? Was that only 1 time or 2 times?
Oh, twice.
Twice. Is she a stripper?
I don't think so.
Nah, she must be in a different time zone or some shit.
I mean, because that's
No.
that 3 a.m. sounds like I'm coming from the club.
When we first met, when we hooked up the first night, I met her at an after hours bar.
Okay.
See,
so,
you see, there you go.
Hey,
so
she's a late night bitch. So Carla, all you got to do is say where did y'all have sex that one time that y'all had sex? Where did you have sex?
Outside the club.
Outside the club in the car?
You see what I'm saying?
Nah, just in the nature and shit, you know.
In the nature?
Yeah, it was just outdoors.
Well, like in the alleyway or some shit?
Yeah, in the parking lot.
In the parking lot.
But it wasn't in the car though. It was
this is where you got to realize.
Car? Oh.
That's where you got to realize sometimes it's not you, it's their habit.
Yes. J. Roman, caller. What she is showing you with how she's moving, and Miles hit the nail on the head. She's a late night chick. She is showing you that her lifestyle is casual hookups in the middle of the night with random men. She's showing you that.
Yo, you caller, you're again. So what do you want? You want this to be like the movie Pretty Woman, where you turn a fucking whore into your wife? Like you want to give her an invitation to leave that late night life alone and become your girlfriend and become faithful to you so you can take care of her for the rest of her life? Is that what you want?
No.
So what the fuck is wrong then? What the fuck is wrong with when she hits you up, just be like, hey, are you available to come get this dick? Yes or no? And tell her to come over and fuck her. So that's what I'm saying. You have no problem, bro. You sound like one of these heartbroken bitches, bro. What are we talking about?
And let me add this. Here's the funny part. She still wants to have sex with you. Because you're so in your feelings, come on, bro. She's obviously hitting you up because she wants to come on, bro. Is she hitting you up late at night?
You're purposely not hitting her back because you're in your fucking feelings, bro. You sound like a fucking girl, bro.
So,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't want you to get on the phone and be like, hey, bitch, when you gonna come get this dick? Because it ain't your style. I can tell that right now, right? We gotta operate in our styles. You gotta know your lanes until you change your lane, right? And you don't just change your lane by moving over. You know, you got to press the gas. You got to do certain things before you move over to the next lane. Right now, you are hurt because somebody that's not your chick. Let's just say this. Let's just put it into perspective. She's not your chick. All you did was smash outside in nature. That should tell you. And those are your words.
Exactly.
That should tell you what you're dealing with.
Exactly.
She's sending you a nude. You say some freaky stuff, a normal person probably would respond. She sent you a nude because maybe she was horny, but she was getting dick down at the time, okay? You were on red because she was getting dick down late night. My mind could go many different places. Maybe she was making her mom some tea. I don't care. I don't care. She hit you up the next time, 3-something in the morning. You was emotional, saying, I don't want to, you left me on red, so I can't give you this dick. I can't give you this dick. Now, if that was my thought, it still wouldn't be an issue because I wouldn't care anymore. I forget about her. I would laugh.
Call her. When you was fucking her outside in nature, tell me, about what time was this?
No, yeah, it was like, like 5, probably 4.
It was 5 in
the morning.
Y'all had sex. It was 5 in the morning. So now this chick is calling you at 3:45 in the morning. And you're in your feelings about the fact that she didn't reciprocate romantic texts with you. A bitch that you fucked at 5 o'clock in the morning in a parking lot. You're mad that she didn't reciprocate romantic texting with you. Do you hear how you sound? No, bro. No. Shut the fuck up, bro. Stop.
You don't hear yourself, man.
You don't hear what the fuck you're saying. A bitch that you met in a late night, you said an after hours club. You took her outside. You fucked her in the parking lot at 5 o'clock.
By the dumpster.
At 5 o'clock in the morning. Now she's calling you up, sending you nudes at 3 in the morning, and you don't want to fucking answer because she didn't reciprocate romantic texting a couple of weeks ago. Bro, you sound like a girl, bro. I'm sorry. And I don't mean that with no
let me say this real quick before I forget. I'm gonna pass it right back to y'all. I'm gonna say this real quick. I want guys to understand what's happening with the woman. She is purposefully and consciously being emotionally unavailable.
Boom.
So much so that when he sent the text, she's like, I don't want to do none of this shit. I just want dick.
Let me tell you something. She sent out a mass text with that one fucking nude. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
She was waiting for a nigga to hit back and be like, "Yo,
I'm getting it now.
Meet me, come get it. Let me take care of that right now." And the reason why she left you on red is because one of the niggas in her phone replied with, "Come over, let me take care of that ass." And you was over there talking about, "This is what I'm gonna do to you the next time I see you." And she was too busy getting fucked, nigga.
Miles, real quick, caller. No, real quick, Miles. I 100% agree. I think, caller, this is what I think. She sent that shit out because she wanted someone to say, bring that body over here. She wanted you to, that was her indirect, passive way of trying to get a dick offer. And when you sent her all of that shit, she went through the text and she was still looking for, come over now. And when she didn't see that, she said, you know what? Don't even worry about it.
I don't want you to call her. Call her. Do you think a woman?
You know, she didn't really mean to send it to you. You just got your number caught up in the group text.
Caller, you think a woman who desires you sexually, you think she wants you to tell her what you're gonna do to her, or you think she wants you to do it?
Facts.
To do it.
Oh,
see, you were trying to be real quick. This is what they true. My bad. Jay Roman, go ahead. I'll go after you.
No, my thing is, you caught a night girl and she thought she caught a night guy.
That boom. See, right there. Right. I'm glad you said it. Go ahead and continue, brother.
No, he's just like, yeah, you judging her. But she's like, hey, I found me a guy to fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock when I need to.
But that's not his.
You like no.
Identity. That's the pride. That's why I keep telling y'all to be authentic with your masculine identity, because that's not your true masculine identity. You're a
hopeless romantic.
You want a fucking girlfriend, nigga. She was trying to offer you. She was trying to be your late night mistress if you knew how to handle it, but you can't. You can't. That's why you get left on red. Calling us up to my what should I do? And last time I saw her was like 5 months ago, and she sent me nudes, and then she started contacting me at 3 a.m, and I didn't want to answer because I'm in my feelings. I'm getting more and more tired of the bitch assness with men in this fucking society today. I'm sorry, man.
Caller, real quick. And Jay Roman says something important, and I don't want guys to not get it. When she met you and y'all had sex, she thought you was in a fraternity of casual sex havers. She thought you understood what the assignment was. She thought you got it. And this is why a lot of guys that want to, have casual sex and have rosters of women, this is why a lot of you guys, you're not mentally and emotionally equipped to live that lifestyle. Because this is what you have to understand. You're going to run into women who don't want to date you. They don't want to spend the night with you. They don't want to do none of that shit. They just want some dick and they want to go home. You ran into a woman who don't want anything from you but sex, and you want more. And you're trying to make her responsible for your feelings. Y'all got it.
There's one thing you're not telling us, though. Go ahead, caller. And then I got a question for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be in a relationship and nothing like that. I just don't want to be disrespected is all.
You weren't disrespected.
See, and that's all right. Your perspective of the situation is allowing you to call it disrespect.
Yeah, you're
in your head, and that's how you're justifying it, because your perspective of this. And I just have a different perspective than you, just because of the experience and what's going on here. Just she was going out of town and her schedule and things like that.
Hey, caller, was it disrespectful for you to fuck her in the parking lot at 5 a.m?
I mean, that was cool. It's cool.
So I love how guys want hoish things, but from non-hoish.
That's
Bro,
what I'm saying.
if it's cool for you to meet her at an after hours club, then fuck her in the parking lot at 5 a.m. Then what's so bad about her sending you nudes and calling you up at 3 a.m?
No, there's nothing wrong with any of that. Like the only thing I had a problem with was just like the first thing of being left on red. Like everything else is like
caller. This is guys. When we talk about why people are motivated to do what they're doing, you have to take your feelings out of it. And this is what you should be saying. This is what we've been trying to tell you the whole phone call. Is the fact that here's the key. The fact that she left you unread, but she still called you twice at 3 o'clock in the morning, both times. What she is telling you is, can I just get dick without the extra shit? That's what she's trying to tell you. But she's a woman, so she doesn't know how to tell you, look, can you not text me that shit anymore and just give me some dick? So she handled it in the indirect passive manner. Y'all got it.
Yo, you know what? Shout out to this bitch. You know why? Shout out to this bitch because I'm not sure, but I could almost bet that she knows Nick. She knows men. You know why? Oh, yeah. Because she knows that right around 4 or 5 o'clock, that's when the morning would creep in before you wake up, my nigga. That's the type of dick she. But this caller, how old are you again?
I just turned 25 yesterday.
How old is the chick?
27, 28, maybe.
Yeah, definitely older.
She's definitely older. Shout out to her because she knows what the fuck she want. You don't know shit, man. Go back to sleep, man.
So
don't answer her calls when she called no more. You block her fucking contact because she's wasting her fucking nigga like you.
Caller. So let's get the perspective recalibrated because that's what you call for, right? We're gonna recalibrate the perspective a little bit. But you have to come to some understandings, right? When she called you at 3 something in the morning, that's because wherever she's at, she didn't find anybody that she thought was attractive enough to give it up to. So she went down her Rolodex and started calling people that she wanted to give it to because she wanted it. Because if she wanted it at 5 o'clock in the morning outside in the parking lot in nature, as you call it, then she's trying to look for people that she know that can accommodate what she wants at the time.
Right.
Which is why women go to bars by themselves, by the way.
She might be out and about. She didn't find anybody she wanted to give it to because it's still her choice, right? And so she started calling the people she had on reserve. You're one of those people that's on her reserve.
You're on her roster. You are on her roster.
I'm inactive though.
Well,
you made yourself inactive. You made yourself inactive
ignoring her because your emotions. So, like, let's just say, because I really want you to get off of I've been on red, and that's the same thing you've been on, and we're trying to tell you get off that I've been on red. You've been unread because she was busy doing something at the time, and then when she was being busy at the time, she had work, she had other dicks to attend to. Or other things she had to do. Like, it doesn't really matter. And then they remember, like, oh, snap. I did meet a cool guy the other day. So let me call him up. Because there's times, I remember when I was single and rolling around, I'll forget somebody for 3 months quick and be like, oh, snap. Man, I meant to call her. So she hits you up, right? Boom. You ignore her. Then she gives you another shot. Boom, you ignore her again. And she's like, oh, okay, I get it. And you ignore her without even contacting her. Hey, I was knocked out. Won't you come?
I'm gonna show her how it feels to be ignored. Huh? Take that, bitch. You don't like it, huh?
And she's just living life the way she wants to live life.
Bro.
Now, some of y'all would call that a hoe style. I don't. It's enjoy your life.
I love women that move like her. I love it.
Enjoy your life. The thing is, because you don't understand your role in her life, because you haven't defined your role in your own life, how you move.
But you know what's so funny? Real quick,
because you were so acceptive of smacking that thing down in nature at 5 o'clock that you didn't. Don't you know the pros and cons of it?
Right.
Don't you know how that interaction would come about? You don't know how that interaction would come about.
You know what?
Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know how that interaction would come about? Don't you know Like, you think she would fall in love?
Right. Because
she's actually
he wasn't making moves on his own accord. He was making moves on her accord. That's what.
Exactly. And caller, let me say this. This is just my personal opinion. The way she moves, she's actually the best woman to have casual sex with. Her mentality. He's actually the best kind, and I'm gonna tell you why. Any woman who makes a conscious effort to keep her emotions out of it, perfect. Perfect. She knows what time it is. She is consciously saying, I ain't trying to fall in love with you. I don't give a fuck about you falling in love with me. She is the perfect chick, because then you can move around and deal with all the other chicks you're dealing with, and you ain't got to worry about her. Why you ain't answering my calls? What bitch you with? Right? And you're fucking it up because you're that guy. What nigga you with? Right? You're the opposite. Right? This is the perfect chick to be fucking with, and you're fucking it up. Y'all got it.
You want to date? You want to date with her, huh?
K, he's not even jealous about other niggas. He's jealous just because she didn't entertain his sex.
There you go.
Caller, please humor me just so we could understand the fullness of the scenario. Okay, so you texted her all that shit you said you wanted to do to her. Now
I want him to read it.
So you expected her to text you back what?
Like, when I get back in town, I want you to do that to me.
Okay, now, so why couldn't you, if that was your mentality, what was wrong with you saying, hey, are you in town?
Well, because that's double texting.
All right, I'm done with this nigga. He's disappointed.
Okay, caller, real quick. Can you read us? Can you read us what you text her? We're in overtime now. I need to be entertained badly.
That's kind of embarrassing.
No, why is it embarrassing?
I don't know how they got to the parking lot. Who led them to the parking lot?
Well, wait, before we get to that, read what you told her. Because here's the thing, caller. Because real quick, before you read it, and I want to let you know, and shout out to Steve, he was in the chat earlier. I've had consultations with guys who did exactly what you did, where they meet a chick, the chick fuck them on the first night. Listen to me, caller. You're not the only guy who does this. They meet a woman, and because of the shit that Steve says, they start texting the chick that shit after they have sex, and the chick do the same thing that the chick did to you. They dip, right? And I asked the guy, I said, bro, you're already fucking her. Why are you trying to text her all that shit that Steve talked about? You already hitting it. And then this is what they say. I'm trying to get her mind, Zag. Is that what you're trying to do? You trying to get her mind?
Yeah.
That's not the way that works, guys. You cannot get a woman's mind with words.
Hey, Brody. Hey, Brody, the caller. Hey, I like the work in you, though. I really do. I like the fact that you are taking the energy and actually working and trying to apply some stuff. That's it. I really do like that factor. The thing is, I know it's hard because the onion has so many layers to it. And those layers all are factors to your success in anything that you do, because the biggest part of that onion, though, is you, though, with all those layers. So you can take what people say, but you have to turn it to how you would do it and respond and go from there. I know there's like some hard lines where people are like, hey, don't double text. I'll be honest, I didn't double text some people before, but you know, it's not I'm double texting to ask for your attention. No,
he's being disingenuous. You know? Jay, I don't think you should even honor him by even referring to the double text, because he was totally being disingenuous, because I told him to give me the scenario of after he texted her what he wanted to do with her. She texted him back saying something else, and then I suggested that he could have texted, "Are you in town?" That would not be double texting, but he's being disingenuous because he can't accept the fact that he fucked up in the situation. He's still holding on to his ego and trying to hold on to that whole disrespect narrative. But the true narrative is he has no fucking game or confidence. That's it.
Yeah, and the mistake you made is before you made the mistake. The mistake you made was taking Steve's shit and trying to use it after the fact. And this is why, guys, this is why you need to get coaching because you don't understand Steve's motivations. You don't understand where it comes from. So you just started doing shit thinking it would yield a particular result, but you don't understand what you're doing though, right? And then because it didn't work, you got into your feelings. And the funny thing is, you messed this up. The woman didn't do anything wrong. You messed this up. Even though you texted her, whatever you texted her, all you had to do at the very end of that was bring that sexy ass body to the crib on this day at this time, or bring your ass, or whenever you get back in town, I want to see this shit in person. Hit me up. That's all you had to do.
That's it. And if she was in town, she would have been like, but I am in town. Then you could have been like, all right, cool, come over. Here go the address. That's it. But this motherfucker's wrong in all ways. He's wrong in all ways. Check this out. The first time they fucked, all he was doing was following her lead.
Yep.
That's all he was fucking doing.
Macking on accident.
Feelings because he didn't get a reciprocated text. This nigga's disingenuous, bro. If y'all done talking with him, I'm ready to hang up.
I'm good.
This is all I'm gonna say. This is all I'm gonna say.
I can't stand disingenuous callers, bro. Calling, acting like they asking for help, but they want to be disingenuous and hold on to their ego. I can't take it.
I definitely want you to tell the truth in all the matters and be honest, because that's the only way we can really help you. I do like action though, because we got a lot of guys that say a lot of things that don't put things in action. But you need to learn from this experience.
Right.
So learn from the experience.
All right, we got 353. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hi, Miles. It's Brian.
What's
35.
What's up?
In Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin, Ireland. Where did you send the support?
I'm just joined you right now. Can I tried to look on your page and I didn't see your PayPal. Can I hit up one of you after?
Which one? Who do you want to send it to?
Probably want to ask you the most. So probably yourself.
Okay, so it's Miles in the game. At Cash App is at Miles in the game.
It's on the screen right there. It's on the screen right there above his head. Above Miles's head. It's right above his head.
Oh, you only have PayPal?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you know Mr. Lucario?
Yeah.
Okay, you can send it to him.
Okay. Do you want me to call back?
Yeah, go ahead and call back. Send it to Lucario and then call back.
But do it quickly though. Do it quickly because we're already way into overtime.
Oh shit, we're in overtime.
Okay.
It's 20 after 1, bro. Or 20 after wherever you're at 2.
Jesus Christ.
It's up to you, Miles. It's up to you if you want to even wait on this nigga, dog. It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
You said what?
Now I'm saying that last caller got me upset, bro. I can't stand these niggas, bro. I just can't, bro. Like, cause you coming to me for help, and you know what I mean. Like, and then you still want to act like you right. Like, well, don't ask me for no help. Then if everything is all good, then don't ask me for shit.
And I'm glad you said. And that's another thing, guys. You have to humble yourself and say, you know what? Damn, I fucked up. You have to, because what he did, what women are guilty of. Let me explain what I mean. He did what every fucking woman is guilty of. And this is not to denigrate women. This is just to point out something. He felt some type of way and then made her responsible for his feelings, right, even though he was wrong to even have those feelings,
right,
to begin with. But he made her personally responsible for his feelings, right? Because even if he felt some kind of way about her not responding, he should have reminded himself, this ain't my woman. This is just a casual. And guys, that's where you have to check in. And when you talk about game and evolving as a man and understanding your masculine identity, shout out Miles, you have to check in with yourself and say, before I trip, let me look at what's going on. And then you will see, you know what? It's on me.
Exactly.
It's on me.
Man, and you know, and you said that you said something important, because you said what he did was what women do. And you have to understand, as a man, you cannot let the things that upset women upset you.
Facts.
Once you do that shit, like, you know, I've made the mistake, but imagine, you know, you have a situation with a chick, maybe she's your girl or something like that, right? And she texts you or whatever, and then Okay, you text, she texts you, and then maybe you don't get back to her, and maybe until 45 minutes later or whatever. And then she get on the phone. Oh, why you ain't acknowledging? Why you ain't call me back? And why you ain't? Okay, fine. Let's just say you text her, and then she take about 45 minutes to hit you back. Then when she finally hits you back, then you text her some passive aggressive shit like, "Oh, I see you took more than 45 minutes to get back to me." Once you do that type of tit for tat bullshit, you are done. You are finished.
Women cannot respect you after that.
You can't respect them after that. They can't respect you after that. That's a fact. 353. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, I sent money to iTax.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Go ahead with your question. Oh, how old are you again?
35.
35. All right. Go ahead.
Real quick. Caller, real quick. Because we're in overtime, and as soon as you hang up, we're done. So let me say this. Real quick. And for the caller that called, that ignored the chick, the fact that she didn't respond to your text, and then she called you twice, and you didn't respond, she probably already correlated that you're in your feelings about her not responding to your shit. Once she figures out that's what's happening, is you ain't gonna be able to fuck her no more anyway. But you got to call her.
Exactly.
I just wanted to call her to put things in perspective.
Right.
Like, you just met her. There was one incident. You're talking on the phone. You know, it's not that deep, and the style of your relationship or what you're building says nothing of anything that is serious relationship like. So why are we upset over an unread text in the middle of the night? You know, it felt like he wanted more than what she was giving, and if that's ever the case, then you got to check yourself. And he kept doubling down. It's unread though. It was unread.
Right.
And that's the part is like, come on, you're not even getting the point as we're talking about it. But go ahead, caller.
Yo, thanks, J. Rowan. Hi, Zach. Yeah, so Miles, I have a topic for you that I think you might be ready to talk about. Hating ass, bitch ass males. How to deal with them.
Wait, say that again?
Hater ass, bitch ass males. Upstart males who get jealous that you're talking to women around them and then try to make you out to be a problem.
Uh-huh.
How to deal with these type of people.
Oh, okay. So is this something that you're dealing with?
Yeah, sometimes well, actually, I was out the other night and I had been volunteering at a yard party all day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was chatting to women all day and stuff. And then I went to the afters party.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in there, I was kind of, before I went, I'm like, oh no, I'm kind of tired, I'm irritable. I went and I'm just minding my own business in the smoking area. And I had a look around and I said, oh, there's some women I was talking to earlier, but they seem to be in the middle of something. I won't talk to them. Two guys here. Oh, there's a woman there on her own. She just seems to be someone I could talk to. I went over and said hi, started chatting. And then all good and have a little laugh. And then this guy turns around. He's like, are you harassing her?
Right.
You know? And now, if I was more relaxed and I wasn't so tired, I might have said, oh, sorry, are you okay? I would turn to her or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then she could have said, oh, I'm fine or something, you know? Instead, I told him to fuck off.
Right.
Right? And then that kind of, in that space, which was kind of left the RD space, that really justified because I made so he was being aggressive, but he was being passive aggressive.
Okay, caller, stop right there for a second. Caller, real quick.
Yeah.
Why did you even acknowledge him? If I'm talking to a woman and a strange motherfucker say something to me, I'm not even gonna, as long as he doesn't approach me aggressively or get into my space, I'm literally gonna act like he ain't there. Right. And I'm gonna continue my conversation. Y'all got it.
Yeah, caller. Yeah, sometimes you can ignore these guys. Like, to give them acknowledgement is to validate them, and that's your first mistake.
I would agree with you if I was in a big club.
Oh, caller, real quick. I just want to say this. And the reason why I'm saying this, because there were times when I was younger when me and my guys, we was talking to a group of chicks, and a fucking police officer would roll up and ask the chicks, are these guys bothering y'all? And at first, the first time it happened, I went off on the cop, like, man, we ain't talking to you. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, cops, they're going to get an attitude back. But what I learned, if you just shut up yourself, the women will handle that. Like we're talking, excuse you, right? If the woman is really interested in talking to you and a guy interrupts it, let her handle that. Because if she's interested in talking to you, really, she's not gonna let somebody else interrupt it anyway. Yeah, I got it.
And some guys, like you said, do it just to hate. I've seen guys come in like that so they could talk to him. You know, hey, is this guy talking to you? Is he bothering you? And then she's like, well, no. And then you kind of like, man, you know, whatever. And then you walk off, or now they're standing there talking. Oh, you know, my bad. I didn't know if he was bothering you or not. And and it's just, to me, it's not really. She's going to say something if, you know. Now, I would never turn to her and be like, am I bothering you?
No, I wouldn't say shit about that.
I would never turn and say that to her. But if she don't say nothing, why should I say something? Apparently not. So, you know.
All right, caller, go ahead with your description. What were you saying?
Go, fellas. So that was a good one.
Take it easy, J. Roman. All right.
Okay.
Caller, go ahead with your description, man. Hurry up. We on overtime. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Probably so. I don't want to put the idea in her head that I am bothering her, so I shouldn't say, "Am I bothering you?" or something.
Right. Yeah, but I would. You have to understand this. Certain behaviors of other men you can't control, but if you let it bother you or if you let it get to you, then they've succeeded. You understand? So you got to be careful. And in some situations, you might just have to walk away or tell a girl, be like, hey, I'll catch you another time or something like that, and just leave it alone. Because you got some of these dudes, they claim to be feminist, male feminists, and all this other shit, and you gotta just leave them alone, bro.
Yeah, but not only that, real quick, if you're talking to her, real quick, caller, if you're talking to her and she seems to be preoccupied with what the guy is saying, that's usually a cue for you to bounce anyway, because apparently she's influenced by his presence. So do you really want to talk to her now anyway?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like she felt like she didn't defend me, so I was like, okay, I'm done with her. Okay.
No, you can't. No, stop it. I don't like the fact that you said that. You said she didn't defend me.
Well, not a spicy way. I wasn't.
No. But it's the words. Okay. Remember, this is not your wife that you're talking to. This is a strange woman. So all she's telling you is she's not that invested in talking to you. That's all she's telling you.
Yeah, I want to say it kind of blew my mind a little bit, because I came and I actually started talking to fucking Google Gemini about this.
Mm-hmm.
And it started telling me that basically in Ireland now, just since Christmas, there's all these new, you wouldn't believe how woke Ireland is, right? Because Dublin is a small city, and the universities here are very woke, and then these people get into the civil service, and then they make new laws and guidelines and stuff. So they've got to put in these whole new nightlife rules that basically say that if you are a man going out talking to women, you are to be treated with suspicion, straight up. Right?
Yeah. None of that matters. Okay, caller, real quick. Let me tell you why none of that matters. Okay, none of that matters. Women still want dick. Okay, see, guys, it doesn't matter what society tries to do to put barriers between men, women, and sex. It doesn't matter what society does. Men and women will still find a way to get to each other for sex. Period.
Facts. So yeah, that's
yeah.
really
So it just has to change my approach a little bit. So I want to talk to Miles in terms of Miles' photography.
If you want to talk to Miles specifically, then you need to either get a consultation or do a live stream when it's him and
I want to hear both of you. So just an extra. I want to actually definitely want to hear both of you. But it was just saying that I won't keep you too long. I'm kind of I'm not sure if you guys you're from New York and stuff, aren't you? And San Antonio, the bigger. I'm not sure how big San Antonio is, but you can go out, and Dublin's like that. You'll always meet new people. There's always tons, but you'll also meet the same people, repeatedly, because there's only a small number of venues.
Okay.
That have been using stuff. So it's kind of like if you're too if you're perceived as being too about the women in. Then
I don't like
people try to get out of you. So I'm trying to use my IG and stuff and build more of a longer term.
See, but caller, look at what you're saying. This is what you're saying. If you get a reputation for being a womanizer, that's just like you're afraid of getting. I want that reputation. I want it. I want women to know when they fucking with me, they got to fuck or nothing else. I want them to know that. Why are you worried about having that kind of reputation?
It's because there's only a few bars. I literally got kicked out. Your man got me kicked out of the bar, and then someone else literally did the same thing. They made up a story about me.
Miles, this is all you, bro. You got
to get me kicked out of a bar, and there's these hater males that do this shit.
They got you kicked out of the bar?
Unimpeachable. He got me kicked out because the new guidelines say locals, you're meant to empower locals to be on the watch for any guys who are talking to women. And you know, you basically believe it's a judge, jury, and executioner without a trial, and just it's an easy win to just kick you out. So it's very woke. It's very... the whole city isn't like that. You can go to any normal pubs and stuff. It's just these certain music venues and things, you know.
So why don't you just go to the normal pubs then?
Because I play music, and it's kind of these places have bands playing, and I want to kind of get to know. I like to see bands. I want to be in those circles.
Okay, all right.
I'm not sure about that.
Shit, it's okay. It's okay.
Just tell me about it.
It's okay. All you got to do is be a little bit more casual and social with your approach. So meet the woman, say, hey, you're pretty cool. Take my number and text me and we can hang out sometime. Just be a little bit more casual. And then when you finally get the woman on a one-on-one date, then you can be as provocative as you want to be. Do it like that. If all of that stuff you're saying is true and Dublin is woke and everybody's trying to kick you out for talking to women, just be a little bit more casual and sociable about it instead of being all the way sexual or all the way like, you know, romantic or whatever. You understand? Just be like, hey, you're pretty. Don't tell them that they're hot. Don't tell them that they're attractive. Don't tell them that they're sexy. Just be like, hey, you're pretty cool and I'd love for us to hang out sometime. Take my number. That's it.
Okay, cool. That works.
Right. Does
I'll try that and get back to
you. Does that help?
Yeah, it does. I'm kind of I'm starting a new IG as well this year, and I take pictures of myself.
Okay.
Like I meet women and we have great time.
Here's the thing. Here's what did you get a dating?
Maybe I'll put that up.
Did you get an online dating consultation from Lucario in April yet? You might need to you might need to do that. Go to shoplucario.com and get your online dating consultation. That's what it sounds like you need to do, bro.
Did you use your photography at all to leverage towards your dating, or did you keep it totally separate?
Yes, I use my photography. Lucario has used my photography. Yes.
Do you have a personal IG that you ever say, oh, I'm a photographer, this is part of your appeal to...
Wait. You see what he's doing? He's trying to say, did you use that to get bitches?
Yeah, I never use my photography for that. I use, if I have an IG for photography, I use that for business. That's it.
And you keep them very separate.
Yeah, I keep them separate. Yeah.
And you're always just yourself. Like
I've never used IG or any other social media for dating. I've only used dating apps for dating or meeting women in person. That's it. But just because that's what I've done doesn't mean that's what you have to do. I'm just telling you. You asked me, so I told you.
Cool. Anyway, Dog shaking his head there. What do you think? Last thoughts.
Because you need coaching, bro. You need coach. Because caller, I'm listening to you talk, and based on what you're saying, it sounds like you have difficulties meeting women, or the frequency you would like to meet women. So when you start mentioning IG and dating profiles, what you're telling me without telling me is you're looking for other ways to meet women other than approaching them at bars. So if that's the case, if you know Lucario and April have an online dating program, right, that a lot of people are telling you is 5-star rated, mind you, you should probably get on that. So, because here's the thing, we're men, right? You're calling us and you're saying, hey guys, I have an issue in my life. And as men, we don't sit here and dwell on issues, we fix them. If there's a problem, we have a solution. There is a solution. I believe the solution is for you to get coaching.
Exactly. All right, caller. So that's it, man. Appreciate you. All right.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Thanks, Zach.
All right, take it easy. All right. Damn, let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean to you guys. I'm just saying, real quick, now, guys, based on everything you said, caller, you need one-on-one with Miles, Lucario, or one of them two, either one or both. But I think you need that so they can get to the root cause of why you're not meeting women at the rate that you would like, so they can help you. That's all I'm saying. All right, Miles, go ahead, bro. You got it.
Yeah, guys. So yeah, the joint is no, not the spring. Right. Yeah, spring 26, spring 2026, spring special 2026 for the joint. Yeah, that's about it, man. I'm out of here. I gotta go.
I'm both of us. On that note, man, we out. Peace. See y'all tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Real Game No Theory.